Stop.
Yes. No, yes. The answer.
Welcome, future self.
Why can I not find Atom Bomb Baby on the App Store? What the hell?
This is chaos.
Why is this the start of our D&D sessions?
Okay, whatever. Welcome, future selves, to this chaotic mess of a D&D party. We are sadly missing Sylvius today, our good friend Daniel. He's talking with friends instead of talking with...
Boo!
Boo! He's happy on
Who has friends?
Not us.
Yeah, I agree.
Rough.
It's not...
Rough.
No, you guys are friends. We're all friends here. I guess quick enough. I mean, same thing as usual. Just as a note, so we don't get, copyrighted or anything. Thanks to the Feichter brothers for letting us use their music, and also I found some other music from their friends of theirs that are copyright free, which is really cool.
Uranium Fever.
No, not
Yeah,
Uranium
copyright.
Fever.
It was literally copyrighted in the 50s.
But fuck the 50s. Everybody from then's dead.
That's a lie.
What are they gonna do?
Okay.
My
What are they gonna do?
grandpa,
Come
my
to
grandpa
my-
was born in 1933, and
Oh,
he's
if he tries to
living his
fucking-
life.
If he tries to fucking
boomers.
copyright my ass, guess what I'll do? I'll fucking kill him. I'll beat his ass.
And
I
then
can-
you'll be in jail
On the
for
record.
both copyright
On the record,
violations
On
and
the record.
murder
Canon.
Evan will kill someone.
Okay.
for
Okay.
music.
Copyright my ass, guess what I'll do?
So-
I'll fucking kill him. I'll beat his ass.
I don't think there's really anything specific. We're all level 8 now, correct? We all finished leveling up.
I believe
We all
Yeah,
got our feet. We all got our ability score improvement, and we're not chaos like the past 15 minutes have been. Does anybody have anything to say or do before I either shut you up or start the recap?
Yeah, I never got the language for my feet.
Yes! That's what I meant to do today, and forgot to do today.
Boo!
Yeah, no.
Shut up! The
Amateur in the house.
child-
Amateur in the house.
Shut up!
Shut up.
I don't need this sass in my life. Here, hold on. I can tell you the bullet points of it. Here are the bullet points of it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Connor. There you go. That's what you got.
Okay,
Pretty-
thank you.
Pretty good. I will write out an actual goodly worded feat for you this week. I apologize for not doing that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for the rest of you, do you mind if I say it or no? Do you want it to be a surprise?
What?
Yes?
I was talking to Connor. But
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
I was like-
Okay. Yeah,
You
you
want
can
them
say
to know
it.
what feat you got.
yeah,
I didn't know
Yeah,
you were racist.
Connor took a homebrew feat called gunsmithing. And essentially he can get double proficiency in identifying, repairing, and creating firearms. He's also able to create firearms from blueprints, so if you guys find any, he'll be able to replicate them. And with blueprints, he can create firearms at half cost.
So he's joining the
What
Black
is-
Ops afterward.
Wait, what is the regular cost? Like, what does it cost to create a firearm?
A
It
lot.
depends. It depends, I'm
yeah,
guessing,
it
on the
depends on
firearm.
things, but
Usually-
Does it cost like money or like
Price.
materials or time or like what's the?
a lot of things.
Both.
All of
All
those,
of the above,
yeah.
yeah. It's like, Skyrim, when you want to both buy a weapon and then proceed to enchant said weapon, you gotta buy the weapon,
That's
then you
true.
gotta fill your soul gem, and then go, do things with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's exactly how I would describe it as well.
Yeah.
You have to go and fill a soul gem with it, and then go do the other things.
You know, I've been playing Skyrim for the first time like forever because Gabby has it on her Switch.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Let's play D&D. Okay. Yeah. For a recap, In our last session, Divide and Explore, our party of heroes had just finished talking to the Archmage of Endair, Roshan Piccolo, and were headed to the Temple of Erudition when they were stumbled upon a vicious fight between some kind of assassin and a strange halfling woman. Although the attacker escaped, the party healed the halfling woman, who introduced herself as Guinevere, and decided to what words was I thinking when I wrote this? And decided to stick around. And you guys, as a party, decided to split up. In order to cover more ground in the city. Part of the group went to the Archmage to collect on a bounty. Part of the group decided to get an imprint of a boot made at the scene of the fight. And Frosian decided to head to the Artificers College to get permanent access to it. A bunch of shenanigans ensued. Thaya did some research on Angel's Fall and the Dawning Tome. The boot group got lost before finding every shop except the one they needed. Cinder learned some about where the Iraq is kept. Guinevere got some info about private tutoring, and Frosian straight up bought a house. And we pick up where we left off.
So I forgot about that.
Yeah, that happened. That happened.
D&D real estate, property brother style.
That means we have to flip it and then sell it.
Hey, it's my house.
I'm
What
not
are you
the-
talking about? We.
The Property Brothers is a team effort.
You gotta let it build value.
Sounds
What's the
good.
point of investment?
Anyway, we pick up where we left off. Everybody is in different locations. Thaya, Frosian, and Guinevere are at the Temple of Erudition. Cinder is headed toward the Magical Institute of Invention, and Jack, Utrium, Moon, and Sylvius are right outside of Tome Depot.
guys for now.
Forgot it was called Tome Depot. That's good shit, man.
I don't think it is.
And we pick up there. Let's start with
Home Depot.
yeah, let's start with the Tome Depot group. I think that's who we will start with. Yeah, you guys are right outside of an extravagant building, in orange, and white lettering on, atop of like a, what is it called? Like a pavilion, kind of? Like, you know, one of those, like, fancy pavilions that, like, stores sometimes have outside of them, right in front of their... Awning! It's an awning, guys! There's like an awning.
We good Englishers.
I can think, I promise. So there's like an orange and white awning, and right above it in like orange, purple, white, and black lettering is the words written in beautiful script that this says the Tome Depot. Yeah, and Moon, Yttrium, Jack, and Sylvius you guys are standing outside looking at this relatively extravagant building. What would you guys like to do?
Hey guys, should we go in and check out some stuff?
How broke am I?
Probably
Well, how
not
much-
broke at all.
How much money do you have?
The ultimate question.
Enough. For a
You
second.
guys each got 1,000 gold.
God.
Nah, that's
Yeah, we
enough for
should. There's no reason that we should be broke.
I
Nah.
mean,
that counts as broke.
Unless you're Zalak and you joined at the wrong time.
I have 950 gold, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have like
Oh, that's
1.2k.
okay.
Oh yeah, I think we should go shopping then.
are we going
Alright.
to make this another shopping episode?
It's shopping.
Except no, but half the group's not there, so it's just kind of a
Yeah.
shopping episode.
That's true, I guess.
Maybe a shopping episode,
Shopping
maybe.
episode part 2? Question mark?
Yeah.
Hey, wanna know an easy way to make money? We just
Are we
pretend to
genociding?
free- No,
We can
pretend to
genocide?
get free on like gold that way, but then it runs away.
What?
We could all disguise ourselves as drow elves, go on a surface elf raiding party.
That sounds like a
Oh,
party,
alright,
baby.
I like that plan.
Back to shopping.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna
So what are
walk
you guys
in, or
doing?
at least I'm gonna walk in.
Yes. So the group of you walk into the store. Walking in, you see it only gets more extravagant as you walk inside.
Oh, hell yeah.
The floors are a beautiful, like almost like purple gold, like have a purple gold rug on top of like beautiful hardwood floor. All across the walls are tapestries and like golden jewelry just like hanging from like all the walls. You see each of the tables is like precisely decorated with different kinds of items from what is going on.
What was that?
That was me. I apologize. I thought my volume was off.
Amazing. Hold on. Blah 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 blah. Here we go. Yeah. So it is. You can see there's one case full of just rings. There's another one that has like a little mannequin head that has like goggles on it. You can see another mannequin in the back that has like a cloak on it. You can see like there's a whole table and like there's all this fancy stuff, and then there are like 2 large tables toward the back of the store that are just filled with pieces of rolled up paper. Around like brown like casings. In the back of the store, you see a beautiful, what can only be described as a very beautiful, attractive man. He is slightly heavy set, but he's wearing like ostentatious clothing. His clothes match the store with like purples and orange and gold all across. He's kind of wearing like almost like a shawl like thing. His hair is all pulled back into like a loose bun. And he sees you guys walk in and he goes, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Tome Depot. I am Mingus the Magnificent at your service."
Mingus!
Yes, my.
Hell yeah.
Wait, was the guy from Boy Meets World also called Mingus?
I don't know.
I want to be called Mingus. Sorry, continue.
But what may I aid you all with for coming into my wonderful store today?
The shop for any sort of magical item, and I was wondering if you have anything that you think could work well for me.
Well, I have many things. He kind of like gestures in a wide, grand gesture. I have something for everybody, that's for sure. Well, what are you looking for? I have rings, I have bottles, I have goggles, I have cloaks, I got all kinds of things. What are
Cloak
you?
do.
A cloak? This cloak, he kind of goes over to this mannequin, which is wearing a, I believe it's a blue cloak. Let me check real fast. Yeah, it's a blue and gold cloak on the outside. And then the like interior side of it is like it's a beautiful red, what looks like to be very soft cloth. And you can see the edges of it are lined with like arcane runes. And he says, "This, my friend, is what's called a cloak of protection. It it makes you safer, that's for sure. Just wearing it will just make you feel safer." Essentially what it does is it gives you a +1 bonus to AC and +1 bonus to all saving throws while you wear the cloak.
Ooh.
What's this cloak?
How much for it? Well, it's only 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Hot diggity dog.
Quite a steal.
Is there any way I could help work for that if I do not have that money currently?
Work for that. Oh man, what do I? Well, I also deal in trades. If you have another magic item that I deem enough value, I'd be willing to part with my goods for a reasonable cost, mind you.
Let me chat it over with my friends for a little bit.
Of course. But the rest of you, I'm so I haven't even heard your names. Strange Metal Man, and Small One, and Slightly Taller One, and another small one. You have a lot of small friends, my dear Metal Man.
Don't worry, I'm their protector of some sort.
Well, then you must love this cloak, then. It would fit your role quite nicely. But what are your names? Tell me. I'm fascinated. What are your names?
I'm Yttrium. Then I'll point to Sylvius and say, this is Sylvius.
Yttrium, Sylvius, and you? He looks at Jack.
I'm Jack. I'm not looking to shop as much as these guys quite yet.
But why not? I have so many goods, something that will fit everybody. Everybody needs something, and I have something to give.
No, don't get me wrong, I will absolutely have a look. I just... Obviously, no disrespect on my fine teammates, but I have happened upon some decent equipment in my travels, so... I'd like to give these guys pick of the litter.
What was that sound?
Yes.
I heard that too, I was just going to ignore it.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Okay, then bless you.
So I probably have to go move my sheets out of the dryer. Or out of the washer, I mean. But I will bring you guys with me.
And he looks toward Moon, and you are my good sir?
Moon.
Moon, and what do you desire? I can grant any wish.
Wait, you grant wishes?
Well, a reasonable request.
Okay, that's fair. That's more like it.
But, I mean, I can grant, well, almost any wish. I have
Hey, you guys wanna
something for everything.
Do you have anything good for clerics?
Well, I have many things. I have... Let's see, I have... Well, I have this, and he pulls out, and he walks over to, behind his counter, and he, like, leans down over, grabs, and comes up with something. He comes up with a small bottle, and it's filled with, a pile of dust. I just want to make sure I get the description right. There's no image. Yeah, it's a, you can see this bottle, it's filled with purple dust that kind of, like, almost glitters like there are diamonds on the inside of it. And he says, this is powerful stuff. As a cleric, well, you can do a lot of things. I know many powerful spellcasters, clerics, that can bring people back to life. But I also know that many people do not like doing that. It requires a lot of energy, a lot of resources that you do not wish to expend. And I understand, and this is why I have came to your aid. This right here, my good sir, is reincarnation dust. If one of your companions were to die, if, say, one of your small friends here were to sadly lose their life, well, just sprinkle this over the dead remains, and bada bing, bada boom, they'll come back to life.
That sounds fake. I'm gonna be real. Obliteration is not
Demand a demonstration.
Well, do you wish for me to kill you?
Okay, I'm just saying, if you do kill him and then you bring him back to life with that stuff, it will increase my chances of buying it.
Well, if I brought him back to life, I would waste the dust.
Oh shit, that's true.
I want to do an insight check on what he said.
Roll for
Sure,
insight.
do an insight check.
This character sheet. Where is it?
I'll do one as well. This sounds like bullshit.
Oh, wow. Gotta love this.
This man is so difficult to read, and also he looks so attractive right now. Like it is so hard. Like he's not conventionally attractive, but he is just
Wait, you have
magnetic.
insight?
Yes, I do.
He's just like so. He's just something about him just makes you want to talk to this man and like listen to him. He's just like it's just crazy. He's just so pretty, and just look, and he just feels so cool. That's what you get.
Okay then.
Evan got a 20 on insight against that too, right? By the way.
I did. That's
Evan.
true. So
Jack, what you see, this guy seems legit. Like he does not look like he's lying at all. He seems kind of offended that he seems like very offended that you would even suspect that he's not selling something that says what he's saying it does.
yeah. Okay. Huh. I'm impressed.
How much is it?
Well, it does cost a pretty penny. Or I should say a pretty gold piece. 15,000 gold pieces. Quite a steal. Quite a steal. If one of your friends die, well, I would say 15,000 gold pieces is a good enough price to pay if I were you. What if you don't have the energy? What if you don't have the diamonds? What are you gonna do? Have the dust instead. Not only that, but a cleric doesn't even need to carry it. So if you can't get to them, somebody else can.
So I'm quite a bit short on gold for that. Is there any other way I could possibly, other than trading, let's say maybe do like odd jobs or something like that to work for it?
Well, this is a bit more than an odd job. You would have to do something
Big.
big. Oh man, there's so many things. You see, I'm quite a fan of magical items. They're quite a, what you would call, I'm a bit of a collector. If you bring me a good enough magic item, I would gladly give this to you. But sadly, odd jobs will not pay for something as expensive as this.
Understood.
If you want, I can do a little bit of research. You can come back tomorrow, the next day, and if you're still interested in this, I can, I have my eye on several different magic items around the world, and if you're willing to go get one for me, well, I would gladly give this to you.
Would that deal apply to the cloak as well? Of some sort?
Yes. Obviously, it would be. Well, the cloak is much, much cheaper than the reincarnation dust. So the item I will request of you would be much easier to get, I believe. Something that I just can't spare the time for. I'm quite busy here. People like adventurers like you and different talented bards and artificers love to come into my shop and ask for help. And I am only glad to answer their wishes.
Thank you very much.
But I have many more goods that you might be interested in. If you're interested in spell schools, I can provide spell schools. If you're interested in long distance messaging, if you're interested in smoke, if you're interested in seeing in the dark, if you're interested in walking across water, unleashing fire upon your enemies, I can answer all of those wishes.
What do you mean by see in the dark? You talking about just plain old dark vision or something else?
No. My good sir, something a bit more potent, a little bit of my own creation. And he walks over to the mannequin head, which has a pair of goggles. They kind of look like, I believe, they look like little owl, like almost like like the lenses are like blue greenish in color, and like the little like they like stick out and almost looks like a little owl face. These, it's called Goggles of Night. But I have made a few adjustments on them, and he kind of shows off the edges around the rim of the lenses, which have been studded with various gems, mostly what looks like diamonds. You see, these Goggles of Night are, well, they're unlike most. These can see through magical darkness. So any of your pesky enemies of yours that may try to blind you, well, this will see right through their vision.
May I ask the price?
7,000 gold pieces, but once again, what a steal! It's really quite. I am being quite cheap for you guys. I promise. This is something that will be invaluable to travelers like yourself. You guys look like hardy adventuring folk. I mean, from your metal friend right here, and from all the various, and your small gnome friend right here. I can see quite easily that you guys are the adventuring folk, meaning that these Goggles of Night would prove invaluable, incalculable to your group.
They would. How much
They
are they?
really would. 7,000.
7,000
I mean,
gold.
do we have 7,000 combined? 'Cause I would pitch in. I would put $1,000 in for those.
We do not.
Not
What do
with
these
guys
give you?
right now. You can
Wait,
see
what is-
through
what is-
magical darkness?
Yeah, you can see through normal darkness and magical darkness.
Oh yeah, that wasn't it.
I hate you.
What?
Oh yeah, also he does have a ton of spell scrolls.
He
For
does.
those of you who don't know the spell scroll rules, basically if it's on your spell list, you have to make a check to see if you can cast it. But otherwise, like if it's on your list and you'd otherwise be allowed to cast it, you can just say the words and it works.
Yeah. So like if Henry, if Moon were to buy a cleric spell scroll, you can cast it, no problem, no check required. But if like Sylvius tried to cast it, Sylvius would have to make a check to be able to cast it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And that goes for everybody who's trying to do cross-class casting.
Yeah, hypothetically,
Oh,
like
that's
even I think non-casters could use it, but you have to make the check for it if you're a non-caster, and if it's not on your list.
Would the DC go up if like you're
Yeah.
not a
It's
caster?
10 plus the spells level.
So like low-level spells, no problem. But once you start getting up to like 9th level spells, 7th level spells, that's when you start getting issues.
You do also have to find the spell scroll somewhere in the world, and this person just happens to be selling some.
I sell many spells. I sell, well, any spell that you desire, I can acquire. Up to certain power levels, of course, gotta keep some for myself. But, what do you desire? I believe, maybe what I've been presenting in front of you has been a little bit out of your budget. But I know many spells that might be within your budget, or, let's see, the cheapest item I have here today. Ah, yes. And he kind of does like a little like flourishing, like almost like twirl, like he's dancing across the room. And he twirls and he picks up this bottle. And inside of this bottle, you can see it is filled with smoke. And the smoke just is just writhing around, and it clouds, and it makes it you can't see through the bottle. It is just filled with this opaque smoke. This is what's known as an ever-smoking bottle. Open it up, and well, smoke comes out of it, and doesn't stop. And will keep coming until you close it. Quite nifty if you're trying to, well, cause a large distraction or get away from somebody. Really, quite
Reference,
useful.
how fast does the smoke come out? Like, are we talking like slowly flowing, or are we talking about like smoke bomb?
Give me a minute. It. Okay.
I have
When you
pulled up.
when you use an action to remove the stopper, a cloud of thick smoke pours out in a 60-foot radius from the bottle. The cloud's area is heavily obscured. Each minute the bottle remains open, and within the cloud, the radius increases by 10 feet until it reaches its maximum radius of 120 feet.
Wow. Okay, so it first term is 60 feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
but then it slowly spreads further.
Yes,
Huh.
60 feet radius.
Right. Yeah, that's big.
That's huge.
How much is that?
This? Only 800 gold pieces.
Ooh. Then again, I can't see through it either.
You can't? But if you know where you're going, you don't have to.
True, and it's also really useful for making a getaway fast. What else you got? But I might take that.
That's the cheapest item I have in my shop, besides my spell scrolls, some of which are quite cheap. I think will be fitting for your standards.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Of course! Of course, my good sir! And he hands
Wait,
you,
Evan, was that actually to him or was that to someone off screen?
No, that was to him.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind.
I'll buy the bottle.
Yeah, he takes the bottle to the front desk. He pulls out a beautiful orange and purple bow, and he kind of ties it on the bottle in very fast, almost inhumanly fast. He ties it onto this bottle. In a large flourish, you now have a beautiful, like purple blue bottle with this purple orange, little bow on it. And he hands it to you, and he says, "And the coin."
Yes, 800. So I'm now at 400.
Thank you. And he takes it and gives you the bottle, and you now have an ever-smoking bottle.
I'll write up the
Just
thing for
sure.
it.
For the thing, I'll write it in my inventory too. I'm actually gonna write it as a feature.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna give it to you as a handout, just so you know.
Okay, you're gonna get the handout for that
Yeah.
then? If you're looking for something else cheap, come over this way. And he walks you over to a necklace, like a little, like, one of those necklace stands. And on it it's a thin, almost like fish wire, thread. And on that thread is 3 orange beads that are threaded through this fuck, I can't even think. Necklace. Words. I promise I can speak.
And the max is 120.
120. Alex is gonna give you a handout so you can see that then.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have a direct link, a bunch of things.
And then, sorry, one more thing. If I move when I am holding it, does the entire cloud move with me, or does it only go into new territory as it grows? So basically, what I'm asking is the direction that it grows in recalculated whenever I move holding it? I assume it would, right? If it's smoking,
Yeah.
if the smoke is coming out of the bottle.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say I start it in the middle, and then I move to the right 30 feet. Next turn, it's not going to grow to the left. It's still going to grow to the right, right?
Yeah. Although during combat, it doesn't really have as much effect because it's each minute the bottle stays open, and
Oh,
you
in
don't
it.
have to keep it open as like an action or anything. But a minute is 10 turns, so
Right. Well, I thought it was 6 turns.
No, 10.
yeah, 10 turns.
Oh, shit.
Each
Okay.
turn is technically 6 seconds. Each round in combat is 6 seconds. So
Okay, I mean, it's still a 60-foot instant cast smoke, so
yeah,
that's fair.
that's true. This is very good.
I'm probably mostly going to be using it to get away, and occasionally to set up sneak attacks, but probably mostly to get away
Yep.
when my health is low.
Okay. Yeah. So he shows you this necklace with 3 orange beads on it. He says, "What is your what are your opinions upon fire?" metal man and small people.
Fire?
Fire, yes. What do you think about fire?
I have no issue with it, but they often can get out of control.
Well, if you're looking to do a bit of damage with fire, this is a necklace of fireballs. Rip off a bead, throw it in the direction that you want an explosion to happen, and bada bing bada boom, there is a fireball that appears.
We're all getting turned on whiskey tonight, y'all.
Just make sure not to drop the necklace. Otherwise,
Oh.
that would be bad.
I
But-
probably do not want it, but what is the price anyway?
1,200 gold pieces.
That's good to know. I will not be buying that currently. I don't know if any of you guys want to, though.
So, well, Jack's out of money. Moon, do you want it? Henry?
One more time.
Do you want the necklace of fireballs?
Not really.
I can see this is not your wish, and that is alright. Is there anything else that I can provide for you? If you're
Right now, no, I think that's it for me. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Of course. I'm so sorry that you do not have the coin to buy these wonderful items. It's really quite a pain, but like I do need a compensation. But if you are still interested in those items, or any of my other items, my spell bottle, my finger protection, water walking, whatever, I will gladly, if you come back tomorrow or the next day, maybe, I can provide you maybe with a relic of my choice if you would go fetch it for me, and I would gladly trade it.
I will probably be back here tomorrow then.
Me too.
Wonderful. And if you know anybody else that wants anything, bring them along with. I love guests. Anyway, I thank you guys for visiting the Tome Depot, and may all of your wishes be granted. And he kind of
Same
does.
to you.
He does a large gesture, like opening his arms upwards. Says, "Well, see yourselves out."
Later.
Later. Have a nice day.
Nice. And we will go on to Cinder.
Meanwhile, on the break, just wanted to let you know I added the ever smoking bottle to the thing. I don't know if you noticed that. Evan.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. I don't know.
Right. Cinder.
It really takes an entire action to remove the stopper.
Yeah, it's a command
It's
word.
really stuck in there, you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Pull out the
Can't you,
pliers.
Otherwise
Whenever
the
you do
smoke
break
would
the
get
bottle.
out.
Oh, that's true. The smoke would get out.
Yeah.
It's airtight.
Also, what exactly does it mean to be heavily obscured?
Vacuum
So,
sealed
that's a
stuff.
particular thing for
You can only see within 5 feet of you, and there you can't see through it.
yeah.
Okay, so it's
You
just
also get
limits your vision to 5 feet.
yeah, it helps your stealth checks, I believe.
Yeah, I figured.
Let me
Yeah,
let me
I mean,
find the reference. I'll go find the reference. You can keep going.
Okay.
Or you stuff it up someone's throat, and then we say the command word, and they just die from smoke inhalation instantly.
Stop.
And then we
it.
rob them.
What is wrong?
Guys.
with you?
Is the smoke like if you cork it again, does it like just go away?
It'll
No,
go
it takes a
after
little
a
while
No,
while.
it says
to
it
dissipate.
disperses after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like
So
a
naturally.
strong wind comes in.
No, that's what I mean. Like in the bottle, after you close it, is there still like smoke in it that you can use again?
Oh yeah.
Like, is it reusable?
It's ever smoking.
So you could like use it like 200 times if you wanted to.
Yeah.
A million.
Infinite.
Awesome.
Infinite.
hypothetically, you could just open it and then close it, then run 60 feet to the right, open it and close it again. And just constantly continue to pour out giant...
Stop
smoke.
it! Okay.
I have a question. Would we have to roll con saving throws if we're in the smoke? Like,
It's
For
not
smoking
poisonous.
okay.
Yeah, it's
You
not
just
poisonous.
can't
It's
see
just like
squat.
a fog.
Yeah, it's not like it's smoke.
Okay.
It's like, it is just like colored gas that's hard to see through.
It's closer to fog cloud than anything.
Yeah, it's like fog.
Could
it's
you
like
like
really
put an
intense
odor
fog.
into it so can we make like a fart cloud?
You
These
can't
are
do.
questions for another time.
And
Yeah.
Sicko, Jack's
Artificers.
the one who has it. We don't even know about it.
Moving on to one of our artificers, Cinder. You are on your way to the Magical Institute of Invention. Making your way, it is really close to the College of Magical Sciences. It is like literally right out of the what is that? Southeastern Gate is number 5. That is what it is. You see, it is a huge building, and it is extravagant in only a way that an engineer would like say like that's really cool. It is a building of angles, of mirrored surfaces, of gear. Like there's an entire wall just made of gears that are just rotating, and appears to be doing nothing but rotate. And you don't know what's powering it, but it looks really cool. Entering inside, you are met with a large hall. It is like marble floors with like metal and marble on the walls around you. You can see like there's almost like art, like carvings in the wall, but it's like intermixed with like metal and little mechanical contraptions that like play out different scenes in front of you of like artificers creating items, and the bubble, the shield that goes around Endair, the creation of that, and then the first time they tested it and like used it to cover the city. Another one you can see, you would recognize this from like just the amount of time you've been in the American Empire, that the one side is filled with the story of the American Empire's creation. About, you can see there are 8 mages and a bard, all standing there holding different kinds of rods, staffs, a guitar, and they're all standing there pointing their objects of choice together and toward a ball of light that shines across, and you can see the light moves across what looks like a picture of the American Empire. And as you're staring at all of this, a woman comes up to you. You can see she is plain, relatively speaking. She has like brown hair that's pulled back in a beautiful long French braid. She's wearing very nice clothing, like almost like a suit, but minus like the blazer. So it's just like a vest and like a long sleeve shirt with like nice pants. You can see like around her waist is like a set of tools. But most noticeably, above her head is a halo that glows a bright white that just gives off like a radiant glow around her. She comes up to you. Hello, may I help you?
Hi, yeah, I'm an artificer. I'm looking for some firearms, maybe some blueprints I could check out.
Are you a member of the Institute?
I'll just show her my wristband. I think this gives me access.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. How do I get access?
Oh, well, if you're going to discuss access to the Institute, well, you can come with me. And she starts leading you. Sorry, my name is Sophia Zabala. I'm the engineering liaison to the public. So I deal with a lot of the new recruits that come to the institute. And she kind of, as she says this as she's walking with you. She doesn't take you very far. She takes you into like a side hall, and into in a nice little office. Like imagine like one of like the academic advisor office. It's kind of similar to that in the sense like it's very small, but there's a large desk and there's files everywhere. You can see in the back of the room there's actually like a small tinkering station for her that appears she was working on something. So what's your name?
My name's Cinder. Nice to meet you.
Cinder. Nice to meet you too. So you're saying you're looking for blueprints of something?
Yeah. I'm looking to upgrade my current, well, have an upgrade. I want to get rid of this old firearm I've got here. Blunderbuss. Get a new one.
Yes. Well, the Institute tends to be rather, protective of the inventions that they make. They take access to them very, very seriously, and those who are able to use them or even gain access to the knowledge of how to build them, I'm sure you understand all this. It's really important to make sure that you don't prematurely give out your work, otherwise somebody else could claim it as their own, and the Institute takes that very seriously. So, if you're looking to... Well, what kind of... You're saying you're looking to upgrade your firearm. Is there anything specific that you're looking to upgrade to?
Yes, I'm looking for more of a high-powered rifle.
Yes. She goes over to like a filing system, and she kind of looks through a few things. Yes, I think we have something that you might like. It's a heavy rifle. We already have something actually already built for it. Actually, if you want, you could probably take the prototype if you agree to some conditions first. I just want to give you a heads up on what it is. It's still in prototype, so it's not perfect yet, but it fits what you're saying pretty well. Okay. So, but in order to gain access to the firearm that we have, or any of the firearms that we have, there are really two ways that this can happen. Okay? Okay, way one is you become a member of the Institute. Well, that would be the easiest way. By becoming a member, you gain access to all blueprints and prototypes that the Institute creates. But usually that process takes a while. Though we could rush it, that's usually very expensive. Usually what happens is we go through a recruitment process where we scout you out, and then you have to perform well in certain competitions. Like the Festival of Creativity, right before the Festival of Creativity happens, there's a whole competition for artificers and a place for artificers to show off their inventions that they've created. And usually we pick out some of the winners from there to become employees and members of the Institute. But to become a member of the Institute without proving yourself like that, it usually costs quite a bit of money. To gain access to the blueprint and the prototype model of the gun, because you're a new member, you haven't proven yourself, so you would have to pay membership fees, and also you would have to pay for some materials and parts for the prototype just to make sure that you invested in it. It would probably take around 15,000 gold pieces. But that also means you have access to any future firearms or any future inventions, really, that the Institute would create. So it's really a long-term investment if you think about it. That's one way to do it. The second way that you'd be able to gain access to it, so the Institute is very interested in the creation of magical items as well as the research of magical items, as it can benefit the Institute. We usually do provide exchanges, so if you're able to provide an item of importance, of note, that the Academy would love to study, that would be useful to the, that the Institute would love to study, that'd be useful to the Institute, that would also be, welcome. Sometimes it's hard to gauge what is good and what is bad. This is a prototype model, we don't have many of them created, but if you do, if you really want this, I have a list. We have a list of magic items, artifacts that are always on essentially the watch list for the Institute. One of them in particular is somewhat nearby. I mean, it's across the Biting Sea, but it's in a relatively known location.
Okay.
It's called the Spell Crown. If you could retrieve that and bring it back to the Institute, and you could trade it for it, and that would be good enough for the firearm as well.
Okay, so if I retrieve the Spell Crown, that would only be good for the firearm, not like a membership or anything like that?
No. I mean, if you bring back other stuff, we can discuss a membership, or membership is usually given to those who demonstrate engineering potential as well as artificing skill. So if you come back with magic items, we'd definitely be more likely to accept you into the Institute. I could probably reduce the gold cost dramatically if you did that. And if you came back with an invention or two that you created and showed it off to my superiors, you might be able to get in for free.
Ooh. So what's special about the Spell Crown?
Okay. She says, "Give me a minute," and she goes to her little filing box again, and she pulls out a relatively thin file. Okay, so the Spell Crown is interesting. We don't know precisely what it does. We don't know that without actually having it on hand. It is unique, though. It is nothing like it really has ever really been created that we know of. Essentially what it can do, it can do something similar to the Iraq in essence, where it can absorb spells entirely. But it's not just bardic magic, it's all kinds of magic. And it can absorb spells, and from the absorption of the energy, it can release other spells. So for us, it's really important to study to see if we can improve the Iraq by any amount. Maybe we can expand it beyond bardic magic and into maybe somehow attuning itself to the wizard's way of drawing magic or cleric's way of drawing magic. And then we wouldn't really need to have the Festival of Creativity anymore. But it's a very interesting artifact. It is located in a rather dangerous place. I don't know too much where precisely it's located. It's located, but I do know precisely where it's located, but I don't know, precisely where it's located, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
So, essentially, it's located in the lair of a dragon. The dragon's been kind of a pain to the Kingdom of Ciaris. His name is Zethrindor. Up north is tundra mostly, so I assume it's a white dragon, but he tends to sometimes attack Ciaris's village, Variond, which is located on the peninsula up north. His lair is somewhere there. I'm sure they would know if you did some research at the Temple of Erudition, you could find out some more information about precisely where it's located and where to find it. But that's all I know. I know it's in his lair. I don't know where his lair is.
It's quite interesting. I mean, I definitely want to do that. It's just, as of now, I think we've got higher priorities. And I don't know if my group can quite face a dragon, but that's definitely something to put on the back burner. Think about.
I mean, we will have the gun here until you're ready. That is just one thing that you can do. I'm so sorry that I couldn't help you out more. It's like I said, the Magical Institute of Invention is usually very selective about those who are members of it, and usually through competition and proving themselves as engineers and artificers that you're able to join the institute. So coming here like this is a bit, well, it's rare. Let's go with that.
No, I understand.
Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Do you know any good shops around here to find firearms? Or any equipment?
Firearms? Between you and me, the Expeditious Gunslinger is very, very good. The proprietor and an engineer there, his name is Taiyu. They're not a part of the institute, though they've been offered it several times. But well, they're quite good firearms. I will tell you that. He truly does love experimenting.
Right, sounds like my guy. Alright. I'll go. I'm gonna go check that out then. Thanks.
No problem. Yes, and if you need anything else, remember you can always find me here.
Alright. Nice to meet you, Sophie. Bye.
What time is it, Hannah? And not now, obviously, in the session.
Okay, let me think about this. Okay, so you guys arrived in Endair at 10 a.m. Then it probably took you an hour or two of talking with the Archmage. So that would be like noon, and then you guys split up. He bought a house. You did a lot of research. They got lost.
Like 4?
Probably like 4 or 5. It's probably
Okay.
it's getting closer to sunset. It's getting closer to dinner time.
Okay,
Yeah.
who do you want to go to? I guess library crew.
Library crew.
I mean,
Find
library
one of
crew's gotta
your-
wait till people eventually arrive.
Yeah.
That is true. What is the boot crew doing?
Oh, we're heading. At least I think we're heading back now. To the
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
To Tome Depot.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. So,
So, the only one that's missing, Cinder. Cinder. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Expeditious Gunslinger.
okay. Oh, actually, in the meantime, is anyone going to, at the library do anything else while Cinder still hasn't shown up? Is anyone going
Having
to
a
talk?
mild panic attack from all the books.
Okay.
Do I see, like, people are here now?
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
else has
okay.
arrived except for Cinder.
-1. Got it.
I'm gonna go hide.
Okay. Someone doesn't
What are
like
we-
books. Oh, I don't know, because
Oh.
Alex, I don't know how far Alex is in the fake journal writing,
Oh,
or
right, yeah,
orc
sorry.
journal. But like, I don't have the names, but like, pretend I was researching said names if at all possible, and I
Yeah.
lost my pen. There you go.
Asking about them, the Institute, like, they have a little bit of a catalog of people going in and out of the city and stuff. And you can't find anyone who
Any of the names?
any
Okay.
of the names. It's like the specific person who originally wanted it was Karashi Orc. YouTube parents that I haven't named yet.
That's fine. Yeah.
And you can't find anyone by that last name even in the city.
Okay. Fair enough.
Wait. I want to look up books on how to create hats.
Sure, make an investigation
Yeah, roll
check.
for investigation, I guess.
I have a
so
note to
angry.
get to a haberdasher, but I need to get out of a library because apparently it's unacceptable to copy the seal of the Archmage in
Oh no, I did that at
public.
advantage.
So 14.
Oh no.
You find a book on the history of hats.
Yeah.
It's a
Can we
good
please
book.
have a lore
Alright,
dump on
can I
the
ask
history
an
of hats?
assist if they have any
Please.
books on how to make hats?
After reading a really quite an exciting history of hats, honestly, like it is like you're really surprised about how much hats have evolved from 100
How
years ago
much
today.
culture hats have been a part of.
It's
how,
really
how
quite
much
impressive.
history has been impacted
Okay.
by people not
Can we
wearing
name
the right
some?
hats.
Nope. So
Wait. This part of the hats commences, I have another question regarding the hats.
Oh, we're hats and baby.
Okay. You find a single book on how to make hats, and it's really like a big, like really not a great book. You can tell that like how to make hats really isn't written down in books very often.
Great. Should I check books out of the library or no?
No, they won't let you take books out of the library.
I'm gonna go up to my rogue friend, find a shady corner, be like, hey, can you snatch this real quick and give her my gloves of thievery?
What am I snatching?
This book
What am I-
that we're holding.
The gloves of
Oh,
thievery, right?
You're stealing from the library.
Wait, is this a sleight of hand check? We haven't had one.
Have we not had a sleight
I
of
don't really
hand
think
check
we've
in our entire
maybe
thing?
not in a while.
No.
You get a +5 to sleight of hand checks and checks to pick locks.
You're
Um,
so lucky that the gloves of thievery are not attunement based.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
I'll
picked them
attempt
specifically.
to do a little shimmy, like
Just shimmy it
put it
into
in-
your shirt
Or can I also
quickly.
attempt to
Wait, are
help
they
her with
fingerless
this?
gloves?
No, they're like you can't even see them. They're invisible.
But,
Yeah,
like,
once
I
you put them
kind
on,
of
they become invisible.
do I see anyone around besides obviously
There's a few
on-
attendants watching you guys
okay. Well,
who have been like helping you through the library and helping you.
Yeah, there's always a member of the library that is with you.
rough. Okay. So wait, this is a +5, which makes it a +12. Wow. Well, you want me to do it, so here we go. Wow. Oh, and +5, so 21 then.
21.
Yeah, I would say that's enough. You grab the book while Frosier he kind of like right as he sees you're about to do, he kind of like goes to the person that's watching you guys and goes and asks them both a question at the same time, kind of talking to both of them and gets them into a conversation, and you just quickly like just put it in your bag. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's
All
up.
right, I hand his gloves back to him and say thank you, and then I turn to the man that we just distracted, or woman, or whoever it may be, and I go, question for you. I open the notebook I got from Moon, and in the first page is my drawing of a hat, and if I remember correctly, it was a pretty good drawing of the hat. I think it was like a 15 or above, and I go, do you know anyone who could has the talent to make something like this?
I
I know this isn't your specialty, but we're new to town, so.
Well, the drama quarter has a lot of really weird people in it, not gonna lie. I really don't get the whole actor shenanigans, you know, the whole
I raised an eyebrow at the
Ridiculous.
comment.
But they do have a lot of crazy stores there. I think there's the guy next to me goes, oh yeah, you remember that the one store, Hats On, the hat maker. It's a pun.
Hats on the hat.
Hats on
on.
the hat maker.
Fucking
The
bomb.
hat maker. Hats
And it's-
off.
And it's specifically written out as if it would be like a single phrase, like hats on the hat maker, but there is a very subtle colon in there. Hats on the hat maker.
Okay. I write it down in the notebook.
What is the pun there?
Like hats
Hats
off.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
But
fucking.
it's a hat store, so they want the hats on.
It's a bad joke. It's a bad
All
bad
make
joke.
fun.
And I thank the man or woman. I don't know. You still haven't said, so I just
You
and I
asked
turn
to
around.
take them. Yeah, okay. Is there anything any of the other library crew are doing?
Can I ask one of the Cobalt Soul members for a paper bag?
They provide you with a paper bag.
Awesome. And I'm just gonna start hyperventilating into it.
Fucking schmood.
Well, we know how Zalek's character answered the anxiety question of the questionnaire.
Well, you don't know where I am, technically.
Yes, you
I was
did
told
walk
you're
away,
here.
But you are here.
Make a stealth check.
Do I have to beat like their passive
Make
perception?
it at disadvantage because you're.
I'll let you
you're-
know if you pass or
Can't-
fail.
Well, did they see me walk in when
Yeah,
I got
I
in?
was
They saw
told
you
I
walk-
knew.
Yeah, you
Okay.
walked in.
Gosh.
You
And
walked
then
in,
you
you probably acknowledged Thaya and then walked away and tried to hide.
We'll see how this goes.
Make a stealth check at disadvantage.
I did. Okay.
No.
Pretty good. Oh,
But
yeah.
Thaya does notice.
Damn it.
I smile. I
Wait.
smirk. It's not a full smile. It's a smirk.
It's a
I don't.
smug-
I don't acknowledge it. I won't say anything.
Okay.
I am actively a smug bitch.
Boot crew, is there anything that you guys would like to research while you're here or no?
So you know you failed by 1.
Damn it. Wait, your passive perception is 18?
Yeah.
Shit.
I was confident you'd have to roll very well on a disadvantage to get
I
by.
almost did.
You did. I'll give you that.
But Boot crew, it's not Sylvius because Sylvius isn't here, though I know he would like to research stuff. Yttrium, Moon, and Jack, is there anything that you guys would like to research?
No, I don't think so. Is there anything that?
If you don't want to research anything, don't feel the need to research anything.
No, I'm just racking my brain.
History.
I wonder if there's anything about. Well, actually, no. He can go first. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's it.
Just in
Just-
general
just-
history.
All of it.
All history. There's probably
There-
some good history things that you.
There's
might know.
so much history books here. This is a library of a goddess of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
That is
fair.
There is
surprising.
probably a bunch of more specific things about Endair. You probably find a good one about the history of Endair that has some information that you didn't know. So
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not? Ooh, actually, is it possible that I can find the layout of the city, like old design layouts that you would find if you're a spy and trying to fucking break an army into the
Like,
city?
they have, old architectural plans and city planning.
Yes, that's what I mean.
yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't
Yeah.
think of words.
Yeah, like city planning, like urban planning documents and stuff like that. They have those records here in the library. Yeah, you can find them. That's a good question.
We
But
might
yeah,
send those to you later, but I don't know if we'll actually do it. Maybe.
That's fair.
'Cause
We'll see.
It depends on
Yeah.
what you want to do with them, but I don't
Oh,
know
he
if
just-
much of it will be accurate to what is there now anyway.
That's fine. No, he's just collecting because
Yeah, okay.
he's
Yeah, sure.
just collecting stuff. So yeah, and then he's going to copy down the history, I guess, of the city as well
Yeah.
into another journal.
Cool. Anyone else? Sylvius will probably
Okay.
want to research something, so we'll let him know, I guess.
I'll
Yeah,
just
talk to him later.
I'll just wander around, so don't worry about it.
Okay. But Cinder.
Back to you, I guess.
Yes, you approach a small store. It is not really crazy. Where is it? There you go. It is you can see there are two like large like little almost looks like barrels of like a gun is like sticking out, and they look to be like the windows into the store. And you can see there are little like birds and stuff nested on the inside of them. And when you walk inside, it is a relatively sparse store. Store is a hard word to say. It is you can see there are store-like elements. You can see there's ammunition on one across one wall. There are smaller, more standard guns. You can see kind of like your blunderbuss hanging on the other wall. There are no large guns that are currently out on display. And you can see you would not have seen this race before. It is, you see a large man, like 7 feet tall, but thin, like very lithe. Deep sky blue skin, and absolutely no hair. His nose is flat against his face, almost, and he doesn't have like ears. It looks like you can just make out the small holes in the side of the head where like you can see like that's where like the sound would enter into. And you can see he's wearing large like goggles that like magnify the size of his eyes. And he wears but everything from his like neck down is covered. He wears like a large neck piece, like a very like stiff black neck and shoulder piece. And everything else is covered in like a thick leather apron. And like it almost blends together like a single piece of stiff black fabric. Seeing you enter the store, he kind of stands up to his full height, sets down what looks to be like the some invention gun maybe that he was working on. Hello. Hi.
Hi, my name's Cinder. You must be Tayu. Heard a lot about you.
You heard about me.
Yes, I was just at the Magical Institute, and one of the engineers like brought me to this store. Well, she said it was a good place to go to look for firearms.
Makes sense. I do sell firearms. What are you looking for?
So I've got this, and then I'll take off my blunderbuss and show it to him. I'm looking for something a little bit more powerful, maybe with a longer range too. Do you have anything like that?
Are you looking for something experimental or not?
I'm down for experimental.
I have some prototypes that you might be interested in. Here. And he pulls out, he grabs a like a big piece of rolled up parchment paper from like a little cubby on the back, where you can see along the back wall is like almost like a triangle set, and each little cubby is filled with paper after paper of these rolled up parchment pieces. But he easily just grabs one and he pulls it out and lays it out in front of you without even like looking at it first. And taking a quick glance down at it, you can see this is blueprints for a heavy rifle, like a very what looks to be like a very nice heavy rifle. And in the top corner, you can see scrawled in very, very readable, legible, like very precise handwriting is the words last breath. The last breath.
Okay, that's fucking sick.
So, well, is there anything else?
Yeah, I just roll a quick insight check on this guy for me, real fast. Just real quick insight check.
Wait, I want to add Flash of Genius to that.
Okay.
I think I still have some.
So, looking at this guy, as a point of order, you have not seen this man change expression since you came into this store. It has been the same kind of almost cold, dead-like expression on his face as he's speaking to you. And his voice is very... I can't do it because I'm feminine and female, but his voice is very deep. And it's very...
Anna, please give us a deep voice. Come on, please.
Very,
We need
very
this.
deep voice. But
Breathe with your chest, girl.
Say it with your chest.
it's very monotone though. It's a very, very cold voice. And at first it's kind of intimidating because this man does not appear to react to you or what you say or your presence. But you have just enough insight that you can tell you're not sure exactly if you're right or not, but you think he's happy, that he's excited, maybe.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. He doesn't show his emotion, but like he might be happy. He might be excited. It's a possibility. This is blueprint I've been working on. I don't usually get to work on the firearms I wish because the congregate soldiers fill up my time with standard issue blunderbusses and other sidearms that are important but not exciting. This, I will sell you a copy of these blueprints for 2,000 gold pieces.
Huh. I mean, this thing looks beautiful, but it really is a work of art. The only thing is I don't have that kind of coin on me right now. How much would you be able to trade in for this, for my blunderbuss? How much would this be worth?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay, I'll go again.
This man should not talk.
I think I honestly don't know how many Flash of Geniuses I have.
You should only have like 5 or 4, I guess.
4.
But I don't. Did I use any last session?
You definitely did.
You used at least 1, I think.
Okay, so what, as a point of order for the future, on your character sheet, on the right side of your sheet, you can track, like, important, like, resources. You can just see other resources. You can change the name of other resources to, like, Flash of Genius, and then you can track how many you have.
Yeah, okay, cool.
In the future, I recommend doing that as a way to keep track, so that way between sessions you don't forget. But we'll say you have 1 more use of Flash of Genius, just for this time.
Okay, I'm gonna use it on this
Okay.
one.
So that's a 14.
Yep.
You are a builder,
Yes, I'm an artificer by trade.
and how much do you like firearms?
It's my passion, my life's passion, if I'm gonna be honest.
He stares at you for a hard minute, and just
I've
like
shot a lot of shit in my time.
He only knows how to pew pew.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, he just doesn't, like, his face does not move at all, and he just stares at you. $1,300 gold pieces.
1,300. That I think I could do. Wait, let me double check.
You have 1,300 gold pieces?
Yes.
With
I had 1,200.
the caveat that when you are finished with building the firearm, with building the prototype, you'll let me see it, as well as give me some feedback on it.
Let him pew pew it.
All right, I think that's a good deal. How long do you think it'll take to build?
Okay. Make a intelligence check with your proficiency, with the double proficiency bonus. So just roll an intelligence check and then we'll just add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy.
Wow. Okay. So you would know, for a normal person, this would cost 2,900 worth of gold pieces, 2,900 worth of gold pieces to build. I'm just gonna, because you rolled a nat 20, I'm just gonna tell you the way you build the gun. Okay? So, essentially, since you acquired the blueprints, it costs 2,900 gold pieces of materials to get started and to build. Because of your feat, you reduce that in half. So that is 1,450. 1,450. So 1,450 gold pieces every 2 days that you spend working on the prototype. So that's 8 hours each day, at least 8 hours each day. You must pass a fairly high Tinker's tool check, a DC 19 Tinker's tool check.
Okay.
Lots of genius.
So you need
You have a +4.
So it's a Tinker's tool check, and remember your proficiency bonus is doubled working on firearms. You essentially have expertise in this, so that means it's your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus twice. So that's at least a +10.
Yeah, so that's actually less than average.
Yeah, so you essentially have a 55% chance of getting it every time. So essentially you need 3 successful checks, so that's 3. So that's 6 straight days of working on it. Of all you do is work on this gun. That's like what you do all day. And if you get a nat 20 counts as 2 successful checks. If you get a nat 1, it increases the gold cost by 400 gold pieces, and you can't continue to work on that until you pay that 400 gold pieces.
Akin to like jamming the gun kind of thing.
If you work in a workshop with a teacher, assistant, or master craftsman, so like if you worked with Tayu, or if you worked with like someone from the institute, or maybe like somebody from the college, it would take it halves the time it takes to make the checks. So instead of every 2 days you make the check, it's every day you make the check.
Okay.
So that means, so just straight up, before you can start building, you need to get the materials. So you need to pay 1,450 gold pieces to get started building it.
Yep.
And then you can proceed to start making those checks.
Okay, so I can make a check every other day.
Yep.
Yes, essentially, if you're not in a workshop, if you are not with someone who is like good at like firearms,
Yeah, if you're not with someone.
it's every other day. If you're with someone that makes firearms, it halves the time required.
Okay. And then
Because essentially you're both working on it. You're doing double the amount of work.
so then I would have to work 8 hours every day on it.
Yes, you have to work 8 hours.
Okay.
I will put this in the rules for this in the Discord for you. Everyone can see it. Because I just said it out loud. Okay. Yep. Tayu looks at you and he goes, I expect good work.
Oh yeah, did you have enough to pay him?
Yeah. I already
Now he has a
Okay.
penny to his name.
I'll take out my gold, or my big pouch of gold, and unload most of it.
All 20 pounds.
Unload most of it.
He takes it and just very efficiently separates it, and it looks like he's going very fast. But it's very much like he's counting it, but he's not counting out loud, and he's counting almost super fast. And he's just doing it, and he's just organizing it into very equal piles. Before after he counts all the gold pieces, he takes them all and puts them into a little safe box beneath his desk, and then he rolls up the blueprints and ties it with a little a leather strip, ties it together and hands it to you.
I'll take it and put it in my bag of holding.
When you're finished, I expect to see it.
Do you have any more primitive things, like a crossbow, maybe like an upgraded crossbow?
Kind of this is the first bit of emotion you've seen on his face. You can
It's
kind of
disgust.
and you can kind of see it's he furrows his brows. It's hard to tell. He doesn't have eyebrows. It is just like I said. He is hairless. He looks
It's just skin.
He is blue
Tilda
Voldemort, guys.
Swinton.
This I don't know a better way to describe this guy. It's blue Voldemort, but taller.
Tilda Swinton.
No, that's the best way to describe it.
Purple string bean.
It's Megamind without the eyebrows.
Yeah, it's Megamind, but without
There we go.
the super
And taller.
big-
Still taller. He's still
Yeah.
he's pretty.
It's like his head's not as big. It's like normal human-sized head. He kind of furrows his brow though, and he looks and he says, "I'm sorry, I do not have that. I sold out of that many weeks ago when the Silence first attacked the American Empire. I've been trying to keep up with the demand of the officers of the congregate soldiers here in Endair. If you're looking for crossbows and of the like, maybe go to George and Forge. I do not know whether they would have such items there or not, though."
Thank you. I'm excited to get this thing built. Just start
Well.
walking out.
It was good to see you, Cinder.
It's good to meet you, Tayu. Have a nice day.
He puts back on his magnifying goggles and his eyes go back to huge anime eyes. He goes back to work. Do you head to the library?
Yeah, I'll hit the library.
Finally, everyone's
And
back to the
this-
library.
Everyone's back at the library, everyone's back together, and it's a good time to take a break.
There we go.
Good timing. 9:40.
Um,
Okay.
Also, I forgot. I might have to go a little bit early.
Okay.
Possibly. It's gonna depend on when my mom gets home, but that's fine.
That's alright.
I'll do it
Everyone-
at 10:30.
Okay. Everyone be back here by 9:55. I'm gonna go get a snack. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some water.
Alright, I'll be back.
Whoever's yawning, I agree with that statement.
Hi. I think I fell asleep again.
Oh man.
I think I heard Caillou and then I was out.
Yeah, I could have fallen asleep. I could have fallen asleep.
Was it Caillou or Tayu?
Caillou, not Caillou. There's something close to Tayu.
Okay, I definitely heard Caillou.
Same.
It rhymed with Caillou, I think.
It round?
Rhymed.
No.
Who are you trying to think of that rhymes?
Caillou.
Caillou. Yeah,
Whatever.
it's like Caillou, but not a child. And blue. And 7 feet tall. And Avatar.
I like how our reference wasn't bald Avatar. It was blue Voldemort or taller and no eyebrow Megamind, also with smaller head.
I mean, it's...
All of the above.
I love how Connor just didn't question it and didn't ask anything about, like, what this person was, where they're from.
Hi, sir. I've never seen anyone like you. May I ask you what you are? Thank you.
Yep.
It's like when you're going to like a store and you see someone with a teardrop on their face.
Do you like who did? Wait. Filled in means they successfully killed. Not filled in means it was attempted.
Yeah, but you don't want to go ask them who did you kill or try to kill.
Who did you kill, or who did you try to kill slash
Try to kill.
possibly successfully kill?
Yeah.
Depending on the
What
state.
gang are you from?
I never understood that. Like, why would you publicly put that on your face?
I thought it was a gang symbol. Like,
No, it is. It's a gang. It's a gang tat. But like, you can't go in public. Like everyone now just knows you.
glory. It's
Okay,
the glory.
If you failed, wow, you just suck now, bro.
Yeah, why would you publicize your failure?
punishment.
I mean,
Oh, that's true.
if you're gonna try and kill someone, I don't know if it's worse to maybe successfully do it, maybe for your sake, or like maybe for their sake, it's good you didn't. But like, someone's going down the drain with that.
But I mean, like Hannibal Lecter would definitely do that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are we still streaming?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna learn more about street culture.
Awesome.
There.
It's like introduce us to our players. Hi, I was in a gang one time.
We all have those tattoos. We just cover them up.
Well, they can't see. Can they?
Yeah.
What if you guys made the mob? But like D&D.
Okay.
But, like,
I feel like we do this the Philly Italian mafia way, which is where we basically take over the dumpster, like the facilities, like, you know what I mean, like who picks up the trash, and that's our like public, you know, like front to our mafia, and where we like say we get our money from, but then we have to figure out like, you know, what's our game, you know, gambling,
why
drugs.
Well, I know a bit about drugs, but why do what's this? Well, I was gonna say, why are all mobs about like the sanitation department?
Man, because they're
You
trash.
can
I don't know.
clean up you can clean up the problems.
Yeah.
Because
they
if somebody kills somebody, what is the best way to get rid of somebody? Throw them in the garbage because they're trash.
Light their body on fire.
No, but think about it. If you
let's
bury them in a landfill, no one's gonna know for
Yeah, especially
decades, if not
you
centuries.
own the landfill.
No one's gonna question it.
Yeah, you own the people who are taking them to the landfill, and you also own the landfill, which means you have the perfect dumping ground for the bodies.
I think it's the Philly. It's the Italian, right?
Are we
In Philly,
figuring
I think.
out how the best way to kill someone is?
No.
No,
I think it's the Italian mafia that owns at least suburban Philly.
What does the
Phillies.
Italian mafia want to do now? Like, what are they doing?
Eat their cannolis
Alice, what do you think is the best way to kill somebody?
and their tomato pie, which is disgusting.
Um,
And I'm sorry, Italian mafia.
Well,
Please
the
don't kill
standard
me.
one that I've seen used a ton is an icicle, because then the evidence melts. Like, yes,
That's
they
the
were
joke.
still stabbed, but any
But-
blueprint
yeah, but,
on
like,
any...
How do you get rid of the body?
Yeah. Murder is usually not random. That's what my cop shows have taught me. Unless you're a sociopath, and then it is random. But like most murders are like from a
They're
person.
not random, yeah.
Yeah, they know the person.
I think carbon monoxide is cool. Well, not cool, but like
An efficient a way to do it.
You heard it here, kids. Carbon monoxide is cool.
Sick, bro.
Hard to get enough carbon monoxide to kill someone, though.
well,
Only contain it
Now
all
you
the way.
whack them on the head, lock them in the car, put a hose on the exhaust pipe, put a hose in the
If
car.
you're going through this business, just put a potato on it and wait for it to explode.
or do like a shit ton of like chloroform.
That's true.
Because
And
their
wait,
evidence
put
usually
fertilizer inside their fuel thing so it blows up the next time they try to start their engine.
I think antifreeze over years of antifreeze poisoning. You know, that way no one's gonna know. And then one day they're just gone, and then there it is.
Oh, BTW stream. I do not know about drugs in real life. Please do not ask me in the Twitch chat.
I don't know.
She does know. That's a fat lie. She's the one who wants to become a doctor. So
Yeah, but like I don't know anything about crack cocaine.
no one said anything about cocaine.
Alright, real talk. If we break the bottle of smoke, what happens?
Or is it indestructible?
It keeps pouring out forever. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
and
I
you're
drilled 2
kind
holes
of
in.
What is?
blind forever.
It's not a bottle anymore.
Yeah.
If I fully break it, Alex, and I have 2 equal shards of this bottle, what happens?
The
Can
smoke
we
escapes the
infuse a
bottle
scent
and just
to it?
continues to spread out over the entire world, eventually dissipating.
Can we create like I don't know, like an essence to it so it's like a fart cloud?
You can
Dude, we could just poison it. We could just poison it, throw it into an enemy, like, encampment.
If
and they're all
someone
dead.
has, we can get access to a poisoner's kit. I'm not saying I'm proficient in it, but I'm saying I'm proficient in it.
I just think it would
I
be
was
so
missing
cool
a tool proficiencies when I leveled up, so I'm now proficient in Weaver's tools. We're making a hat.
So is that why you took? Is that why you're looking for?
Is that why you have a? I have a book now about hats that I'll give to you once we.
Calligraphy.
I'll give you the book once we exit the building. If
Okay.
we ever exit this
I
Goshdarn
didn't know. I
library.
thought you were talking about like cloth hats. Okay, straw hat.
No, but
Okay.
Weaver's is still.
No, Weaver's tools is
Weaver's kit still applies to, like making
the
clothing.
general clothes making
Yeah,
thing.
but- Is it wait, what's the difference between like a weaver's kit and like a sewing kit?
Sewing kit isn't a thing in D&D, I don't think.
Okay.
No one knows how to sew. No one knows how to build
Weaver's
guitars.
is like things
part of
to
D&D.
tailor clothing and stuff. So
Mhm.
that would be
What? Really? I thought it was like basket weaving.
No.
That's also
no.
what I was
That's those
hoping.
basket weavers.
Underwater
That's what I
basket
hope it-
weaving.
I'm hoping it
Threads,
was for the
needles, and
weaving.
scraps of cloth. You know how to work a loom, but such equipment is
We
too
could give
large
him a
for
farmer
transport.
straw hat, like for a
You
scarecrow.
could, hypothetically,
I have
but-
fingers.
I also, as much as I want to give an elaborate hat, I'm tempted to use get a visor,
You guys
Okay.
got
like an old lady visor though, like with the huge big brims.
yeah.
Do we know what languages he speaks? We'll just get a thing that says "I'm awful," but in a different language.
Probably all the
You
languages,
don't
if I
know
had
what
to guess.
languages he speaks, unless you ask
Okay,
him.
he's so
What?
Fey,
You never asked.
common, probably Elvish.
Do we have a step?
Why don't
He
we get
speaks
him like a
Undercommon.
colander?
What was that?
Get him like a colander.
Get him a colander.
Types of hats. Let's see this. Types of hats.
A colander is definitely a hat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it
I'm-
certainly can be.
It's a
used as
religious
hat. I wouldn't
article
say
for
it is a
posterity.
hat.
I mean, I think the definition of hat is anything you put on your head that can cover it.
I wanted the one that Sherlock Holmes kind of wears. That it's got like 2 brims on the sides, and it's like
Oh,
a
those-
tweed hat. Yeah,
it's a hunter's hat.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think it's like a tweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, hunter's hat.
This one's calling it a deer stalker.
Yeah, deer stalker. That's it.
Beret's always nice, but I feel like that's too classy.
No.
This one fits. Hold on. Let me post it in the chat.
What about a Viking helmet?
Too cool.
Oh, wrong chat. This chat.
Did you
What
put
about
in
a
someone's
3-horned
chat?
Viking helmet? So it's very.
Oh, I
impressive.
forgot to put in the pic chat. I'll do that. I'll delete it then.
That's too classy. Not classy.
No, look, it's like a mask and
Oh,
a
you
hat
put-
at the same time. I'm deleting this one.
Wait, what is the thing that like constables used to wear in like old England? Is that like a
Cloche.
Bowler?
Yeah.
Cloche. It's a cloche.
And we can like draw him a mustache when he's like sleeping.
But you guys have a lot of like cool things to do. You guys got as a group, you guys you now know about a dragon.
Yeah, I'm
I'm not saying I can make money on the streets, but I think we have a potential if someone wants to join the band.
Guys, we've been talking for 3 straight sessions.
Yeah. Unless anyone wants to object to it,
Dragon.
I'd probably
we
also
please
like
get
to
her
assume,
some
instead of
rest?
the regurgitating of information, that everyone told everyone else about what happened, what they did.
Wow, that would have required me to pay attention for the last hour, Alex.
Oh, do you not want? Do you want everyone to explain everything they've done the past few days?
I don't think. Okay, I don't really need to know about
Few
Connor.
days. It's just been a few hours,
Sorry.
Alex.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, wait, can I
meant in
pretend?
real life the past few weeks.
Because like,
Alex, they met me like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
No.
I have a question. While I've been like waiting for people to like, after I've done the research and I stole that book,
Yeah.
and like I'm waiting for like Connor or whatever to do whatever Connor things he's doing.
Mhm.
Can I'm going out in the streets and I'm trying to earn some bucks.
Okay. What do you do?
Can I roll for?
get
I
healed?
I want to roll for pan flute.
You're gonna go busting?
Ah.
Okay. Roll performance, I guess. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty good.
How did you get that?
I can't play it.
No, I know. Pretend it's there. I'm angry you can't play it.
No,
'cause-
I can't play it because it's too
Yeah, you
good.
did
I was
too
gonna
good
play
on
it
it.
anyway.
Oh.
Hypothetically, I think
Wait, no, we need to
could
find the
probably
aha
actually-
take, but we can't play aha take on me because then it's gonna be copyrighted.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
can't.
But you know what's
Hold
not
on.
copyrighted? Happy birthday.
No.
It is.
Yeah, that's copyrighted.
Well,
That's
no,
copyrighted.
they lost the rights to it.
They did?
They lost the rights.
No, it's not that they
didn't
lost the rights. I think they recently
Or, like,
put
the
it
100
into
years.
the public domain. Like the
No, it
time
lost
has
its like it's
passed,
100
so-
years. The 100 years
Yeah.
or whatever it is has gone. You can play Happy Birthday.
Wait, could you play
When was
the
Happy
entertainer on the
Birthday
pan
Day?
flute?
I don't know. It's gotta not be copyrighted. And the aha take on me on the shitty flute covers is so awful. No one's trying to copyright it.
Can you play the entertainer on the pan flute?
Uh,
Do 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 do.
I know. I don't think I think it'll be copyrighted though. That's the issue.
But that song's been around for like 200 years.
It's hot cross buns. We're out there.
This is the best I got. Hold on.
All right, I have to use the restroom quickly,
Let's
but I want to see how much money I can get off of
Okay,
this.
24.
I'll be back in, like,
performance
2
check for that.
Wait, I'll be back. So don't figure that out right now.
Wait, I still have 6 health. I forgot.
Yes.
Yep.
You have not. I mean, I'm presuming you.
You could probably
rested
take a short
shortly,
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna wait for like actually sleeping because like it's almost dusk.
Eh.
Yeah, and I don't think these guys are partiers.
How do you?
you don't know anything
Dude,
about
like,
this party.
Cinder has won like 3 drinking contests.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, did you win that first one? No, you weren't. Cinder wasn't
Uh,
there. No, Cinder wasn't there. I forgot.
Hold on. One
Dummy me.
second.
Who did win that first drinking contest?
No one did. They all got super drunk and lost all their stuff.
Well, yeah, everyone lost eventually, but somebody won. Was it Sylvius?
Guys, the true lesson of D&D is don't drink at a party.
Drinking is bad, kids. Alcohol is bad.
Wait,
It really all goes wrong.
Hannah, I have a
We lost a
question.
child because of it.
Would my character have some of the drugs that we were taught? Like, would she still have
Does she
them?
have, as Alec likes to put it,
Speed.
crack cocaine? Not just crack, not just cocaine, the whole crack
Crack.
Are
cocaine.
there drugs in
D&D.
5e like there are in Skyrim?
I don't think so. There are drugs. I'll
There are
try
drugs.
drugs.
I feel it's a lot more hallucinogenics, you know? They're really out there with their shrooms.
You have no idea, actually. Your
Okay.
guild wasn't that into the cartel
No,
trade. the
man, we
drug
did the
trade.
thieving and the stabs.
The
Which doesn't really
stabs.
make sense if you think about it, but don't question the stabs existing where there were.
The stabs existed because if someone found about the shifty hands, well then someone
Had to be
stabbed.
stabbed. And also, it's the capital, so politicians might need to be stabbed, you know?
Oh, all the time. Probably rich noble families. Like, I had a lot of assassin jobs.
Guys, if
Um,
you can make it back to my hometown, I can supply you all with drugs.
Question,
You're-
how much money did I make?
You probably
$4.
made
I mean,
Hold
however, you can choose how much time this took me to,
8
like,
gold pieces.
hell
That's
yeah,
actually a ridiculous amount of money.
hell yeah.
Roll the
Is
d12.
that the Bloodborne hat?
That's like if you wanted someone, you're like, you know what? Here's $800.
0.16 in weight increase.
I hate how you guys turn on weight for money.
It doesn't matter.
It's naturally on. It's like
Yeah.
67 pounds.
I have
Unless they
24
decide
pounds.
to, like, lift the table or something. I doubt that they're ever going to go
Well,
over
just-
the weight.
If you're gonna look at the pound of money, then just make sure that you turn off the weight of everything else.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't have that much coin left. Let's.
Okay.
My
But
goal is to become the richest. If you read my 8 whatever the additions were, one of them? Mine was financial stability. What is my
retire.
I lived on the streets. Now I want financial stability. You know, you gotta have your goals.
Financial stability is always a good
Are you still working as a thief or an assassin then?
Yes, we just haven't had assassin contracts.
I
Okay.
mean, I just got stabbed.
Yeah,
you
but I
could
don't-
probably okay. I will tell you right now, there are probably plenty of people you can stab, starting with the assassin that stabbed.
Yeah, but
Guinevere.
we have been
Or-
unable to find Mr. Stabby Stab.
There's
Stabs.
probably
Whoa.
plenty of people you could get hired to stab.
Yeah, I don't know the city. Where am I supposed to find these people, man?
But
We should all go as a
Either
group
way.
and destroy the sign.
We're back.
is everyone back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Evan,
This is
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, everyone's back. Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay, it is now 6 o'clock. Cinder has just arrived at the Temple of Erudition, aka the Library of the Cobalt Soul. And you are all now once again together, united as one party. What are you guys doing? What are you guys gonna do? It's getting late.
Guys.
It's like 6.
let's all go to my brand new house and go to sleep.
You know,
we
give
wanna
us
get
an
a-
MTV Cribs
Do we want to
tour.
get a meal first, people? You know, some of that good
It doesn't
dinner.
matter either way to me.
In a restaurant?
I mean,
There are restaurants like here and there, yeah.
what district are we currently in?
You are currently in the Gilded Quarter. You are at number 6. That is the Temple of Erudition. It's not too far to get to Fosham's house. Maybe like 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk.
I mean, if
Am I
we see
still
it,
with the group? I don't think I am because I'm still driving.
Everyone's at the
Okay.
library, so like it's like everyone's together. Please don't make my life harder.
I
Forget
choose,
about me
at
in
this
the
moment in
library.
time, I choose to walk away.
Unless you all would like to regurgitate the information that you all just learned, by the way, I would also like to say that you all told each other about what happened. Unless anyone has
Unless
any
someone
objections
explicitly
to that.
says not to.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Cool. Everyone knows
Do we
what
want-
everyone else did, more or less.
More or less.
Probably minusing some of the sneakier bits, like Guinevere sneaking away from Cinder, but sure.
well, he's gonna realize she was gone and now she's here, so I feel like the dots can be connected.
Well, he can't see me right now, technically.
Oh, depends on what his passive perception.
That's true.
What's your passive perception, Connor?
Low.
He might also be an 18. I thought.
Less
Oh,
than
Probably
18.
10
No.
or 11.
It's like 14.
then you're fine. You're
14.
safe.
Alright, anyone have any information on whoever stabbed the midget earlier?
Hey, how'd that boot thing go?
Not super well, but in a few days she should actually have the imprint of what it should be.
She said tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
tomorrow.
Alright, why don't we all go and wait until tomorrow?
She said she would tell you she would inform the Tinker's what is it? The Tinker's Tavern. That's who Sylvia said to inform.
Alright, why don't we go there? Because we're not staying the night. Because it sounds like our man over here has got us a house, and I'd rather not pay for it if we don't have to. Let him know we're expecting a message. Get some hot meals.
Wait, if you guys have a house, do you have furniture in the house?
You can sleep on the floor. I think we are.
I
You said
can-
you were invited. You've been
You have
super mean
stand-
anyway.
I mean, I have my room at what's the place called?
The Sleeping Inn? Wait, no, it's not called the Sleeping Inn.
The
The
drunken
The Drunken
Goblet.
Goblet.
The
right?
Drunken Goblet.
Yeah, the drunken goblet. I could probably take one person
If you want a bed.
if you want a bed.
Who needs beds? Beds for chumps.
All right.
Anybody? Okay.
We also don't know you.
I mean, you guys have just been hanging out with her.
And she's been hyperventilating in a corner.
That's true.
This is also a true statement.
Uh-huh.
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing Frozen's house? Are you guys going to the Tinker's Tavern? What are you guys doing?
I'm at least heading to the tavern to let him know we're expecting a message and that we'll see him tomorrow.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Unless you guys want to, we don't have to roleplay that out. You essentially you find you go to the Tinker's Tavern. It's a really nice place. You can tell it's not an inn. It is like a restaurant. But it's targeted towards, you can tell, engineers and artificers, because every surface in this room is littered with
Bits and pieces?
yeah, tools and stuff. It looks like they have their own tools that they provide, and so like they feed the engineers as they're working. And so yeah, you tell them, you tell the proprietor, Merla Sunmeadow, who is the owner and like the main mechanic of the bar, essentially.
What was that? Merla's son, what?
Sunmeadow.
Merla Sunmeadow.
And she owns the Tinker's Tavern.
Yeah, she's a female halfling. Her and her daughter, her daughter Violet is in charge of she's like the charge of the food and drink, so she's kind of like the bartender / cook. But Merla goes around to each person, takes their order, helps them out with their designs and stuff like that, checks over their work, stuff like that. But yeah, you tell them that you're expecting a message. They, yeah, of course, yeah. And yeah, you can make your way back to.
Do they have a hot meal to go?
They can provide hot meals to go.
Sick. I don't know about these fools, but I'm getting a hot meal to go.
Probably be about 5 copper pieces.
Sick. I don't have.
Do you have a silver piece?
I have one. I have 6. Yeah.
Okay, 10 copper pieces is 1 silver piece. So just put 5 copper pieces.
Take 1 away from my 6. I can do math.
Two
Yep.
meals. Oh.
Hell no, you people can
conversion.
feed yourselves.
Woohoo!
I'm not
And there
here.
isn't a coin shortage.
Not here.
What's a coin storage? Everyone just has them the giant water thingies.
I actually don't have coins really, so not my fault.
Do you guys?
I have a lot of.
So, okay, y'all head to the tavern, and then you go back to Frozern's place, I presume?
Is Gwen coming with, or is Gwen going to her room
I
at
mean, none of you guys said anything to her.
Well,
You guys
I mean,
started
I'm
heading
going-
to Frozern's house, so...
sick, good with me.
I mean, she'll probably just walk back by herself.
Are you guys planning to meet anywhere? Are you guys just gonna discuss plans?
Do you object to her just leaving? Or are you going to discuss plans
I
at
asked-
all?
Well, I mean, she said she invited people to stay at the thing, so I'm guessing that's where she's going. But I'm gonna ask, what time do we want to meet tomorrow, and where?
Oh, you're asking me.
In
Um,
general, it's a
You guys
general-
can decide.
Do we want to meet at the tavern at 8? The tavern we just came from.
8? I mean, it's kind of early, but it's fine.
10.
Sure. Yeah.
10. Tavern at 10.
Tinker's Tavern at 10.
Okay. Yeah. Guinevere, you head back to your inn. The rest of you head to Frozern's house. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys head to bed?
Nice place you got here.
It's absolutely empty.
No, I figured. You could I can really see the love and care, you know?
What did you do with your afternoon?
Research,
I bought
Oh.
a freaking house.
and here's your book, and I hand it to him.
Wait,
The book on making hats that you stole
Yep.
from the library.
We'll return it eventually.
Borrowed with the intent of maybe returning.
Stole.
Maybe.
Stole from the
Before we
library.
get caught in the kitchen.
Perhaps.
Look, you
return.
didn't steal anything
From the
from the
library.
tavern while we were
Okay.
there.
Do you guys plan anything in the night, or do you guys talk about any
Just
of
go
the
to sleep.
information that you learned? Do you talk about anything?
Otherwise, you guys can take a long rest.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, we can go to bed.
Unless you guys have any objections to that.
Yay, full hit points.
Okay.
I think, guys, now she's not on like 6 or whatever.
Okay. Thaya,
Sick.
you drift off to sleep.
I regret it.
I
Tired
regret it.
from the day's event, and you enter into a peaceful unconsciousness. When you next open your eyes, you are standing in a very familiar forest clearing.
Ooh.
The sky above is a beautiful and familiar purple and pink twilight color, and the trees around you are a rainbow of colors and shapes, with the grass beneath your feet a beautiful mixture of purple, blue, and green.
Sick, bro.
Directly in front of you is a magnificent throne
Carrot Top. Ah.
made of vines, flowers, and trees. It almost seems to be emitting a warm light from its interior, which outlines its occupant in an almost wholly radiant light. Sitting on the throne, looking at you with a devilish smile and hard eyes, is the familiar visage of Lord Artagan of the Morn Crown.
By hard eyes, you mean like the smile doesn't reach his eyes? It's like a fake kind of.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
Pinched.
Yeah, smile's there, but like, it's not really there.
Thaya, it's wonderful to speak with you again. It's been too long. Almost a week, I think. So much can happen in a week. I'm sure you know this all too well. But what I'm not sure you know is how a deal works. At this point, Artagan straightens on his throne and his expression becomes harsh. The closest you've seen to anger or frustration since you have met this Archfey. You see, a being of my nature is compelled to fulfill promises, which is why deals and bargains can be tricky business for someone of my kind. But I have fulfilled my end of the bargain to you. I assisted you out of the Feywild. I didn't kill any of your friends, even though you trespassed on my lands and insulted me several times. And I was even generous enough to assist you in a dire situation. And yet, you have the audacity to renegade on your end of the deal. He takes a deep breath and appears to try to calm down a little bit. I like to think that I am a very generous and flexible Archfey. But I was promised chaos, and chaos is what I shall receive. You don't need to necessarily steal the Iraq, even though that is what I promised. I was promised. What I care about more is the chaos of the act itself. The undermining of those empowered to take their ordered lives and insert some chaos into the world. As long as you can provide me with an act that creates just as much chaos, or even more chaos, than stealing that silly little artifact would, then I will be satisfied. And he kind of just stares at you. And you almost feel like as he stares at you, the light behind him goes from like a warm light to almost feels a little bit like burning, like almost like his anger is radiating out of this throne and off of him. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Well, sorry about the whole Iraq thing falling through. Truly, it wasn't my first goal was to try and stick through it, but it does not appear to be able to happen. But I have a backup plan, you know? Maybe not involving the Iraq, but I take out the letter with the seal of the Archmage, and I go, this I feel as though might be beneficial in some shenanigans, as one might call them.
As long as you can provide me
Equal chaos.
equal chaos or more, I will always take more. Then I will be satisfied. But do hurry. I was promised something soon, and I expect something soon.
See, well, soon's subjective.
He kind of just like raises his eyebrow at you, and you can feel like the heat radiate. It almost feels like it's burning your skin off.
I will make something happen along the timeline of what was supposed to happen with the Iraq, which is a few weeks away, sir.
Yes, well, I listen in on your conversations like the one you had with your Archmage. He kind of like rolls his eyes as he says the word Archmage. Yes, I listen in, and I heard what you said, and I just wanted to remind you of what a deal meant. But like I said, I am a kind, benevolent soul, and a being, and I will forgive this. But since you decided to alter your end of the bargain, I have decided to provide you with a little gift, a reminder, so to speak, on the importance of keeping deals, of keeping your word, of keeping a promise. You'll find out the surprise when you wake up. Don't worry, it's only temporary. With that, you feel your eyes grow heavy, unnaturally fast, and your arms and limbs grow limp as you fall to the ground, unconscious. And the next morning, everyone wakes up. Everyone got a long rest. Thaya.
Can I add something? Oh, sorry.
No, yeah. What do you want?
I just wanted to do my morning routine. You know, some push-ups, self-confidence in the mirror.
You have to do those like self-confidence exercises, like you know, like I'm a good person, like
Wait,
I can do it.
Do I see her doing this?
No,
I'm not
No,
with you guys.
she's at the other.
She's at the
Oh,
Drunken Goblin.
crap.
She didn't stay with you guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
you
enough.
didn't
No one
invite her.
asked.
So
Or no
No,
one offered.
that's fair enough.
Yeah, you are easily enough. Like you do your morning routine. You're feeling good. Like you wake up, it's like 8,
We're
9 o'clock in
vibing.
the morning. Yeah, you're vibing. Everyone's waking up. Especially since Guinevere, you got stabbed yesterday. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you almost
Things
died
could be worse.
yesterday. Feeling pretty good. Everybody else, you guys are like waking up. You guys are feeling great. It's like you're feeling strong. You had some rest. You haven't been like fighting anything, which is kind of nice from cities falling on top of you and stuff. Thaya, when you wake up, you're stiff. You try to like sit up and do like a morning stretch, and it's hard, much harder than it normally is. And you try to get up, and you kind of like trip and like fall back to the ground. And you wouldn't know this in character, but mechanically speaking, your dexterity score is now a 10,
Okay.
as well as your charisma score.
Okay.
Both
Thanks,
of them
bro. Sick,
are
bro.
10.
Sick.
Make sure what is your charisma and dexterity scores beforehand, by the way?
18 and 16.
Got it. Yeah,
Um,
both of those. So you like try to stand up, and it's like it
Okay.
is so different. Like your limbs feel heavy and like rocks.
I have a way to figure this out in character that I was going to do before you said this. I look at the seal and I pull out my forgery kit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try an attempt on the thing. So, what does that mean? I have
Like
to change.
forging it. Yeah. So
Yeah, well, I know, but like, what's because that's a skill check. I got to figure out what that
yeah,
means to change.
we can pull it up again.
I think a forgery is.
Well, okay,
either-
I'm not gonna have any addition, so I'm just gonna roll a 20. Okay, like a
Mhm.
roll a d20.
Yeah, I think.
Does
that
do
mean-
you have proficiency in forgery? Oh,
That's
dang.
not roll. That's
Oh no,
No,
you
it's not
did.
right.
So good.
That was.
no. I forgot the D. I
That's a
forgot the.
Roll a 20.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think I know
that's
something's
good.
wrong at this stage.
Yeah, it is. It is like you try to like write, like you put your hand, like you cannot grab this pen, like it is weird. And then you finally grab a hold of it, and you go to write, but like it's just like your handwriting is just messy. It's just illegible,
Okay.
and
So
it's almost like panic. Because it's like you can't do like everything you normally would do, be able to easily do, suddenly incredibly difficult.
you said they're both 10s now,
Yep.
right? All right. Let me
Yes.
write this down because I'm gonna change them for temporarily. Just let me know when
Yeah.
things are back to normal. So D equals 18.
Also, like
C
no
equals-
matter how hard you try, your hair won't stay, like will not go down. Because
Man,
part of charisma
That's
is
what
how
the
well,
cowl's for.
is how well you present yourself, and you got a little bit of like
yeah, a little bit.
pimple.
Yeah, a little bit going on upstairs.
Yeah, you got a little
Well,
bit,
I disagree with this.
What?
In a form of wow, I guess like kind of a bud. You're really making life hard, both for me and for me able to help you, because you know how hard it is to forge when like all your skills are gone. Impossible. And I say this out loud, in general, kind of into the air.
you feel a searing pain on your palm.
Yeah, I kind of expected that, but disguise self, using it. And I fixed the hair.
Easy enough.
And I'll use it, what is it? How long does it last? Like
An hour.
An hour.
An hour? Yeah, I'll use it every hour.
Do you have Mask of Many Faces?
No.
Is that where you get the disguise self from?
It's an invocation I get from, yeah.
Mask of Many
I
Faces.
didn't write it from Master Many Faces, but apparently it's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably.
I'm like 90% sure it should be.
Unless you just
It is.
took it as a spell, that's probably.
No, I took it as an invocation.
Yeah, if you took Mask of
Okay.
Many Faces, then you have Disguise Self, and that's where you're getting it from.
I think I must have taken it. I just didn't write it down
Oh yeah,
as Master Many Faces.
make sure you write it down then.
I'll
But
change it.
yeah, everybody, you wake up. It's like 8-9 o'clock in the morning. You guys feeling good? Taking on the day. What do you guys want to do?
Oh man. Excellent question, my friend.
Go to the tinker.
sh-
You guys
We
can
need
do.
to arrive to the tavern about like
10, we said.
10, so about 8:30. She's an early riser.
Mhm.
And she's kind of just gonna like stay in the shadows, like those tables that are in the corner that like no one can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just hang out on the back, and they'll like
Yeah.
serve you like food and stuff, and like let you just like be.
Let us vibe, as the kids say.
Yeah, but do the rest of you guys go to the Tinker's Tavern? Do you guys do anything before that?
I mean, I don't have anything else to do. Why
Yeah.
not?
Can I keep my eyes peeled for furniture shops though?
The closest IKEA in Endyre.
Of course.
Yeah, you want to look for some furniture. Yeah, you can find like a furniture shop. You can find like a wood furniture, like a wood carver shop that they sell like handmade furniture and stuff like that.
Can we fast travel back in time like 5 minutes ago?
Okay.
Yes.
Or no, or can I talk to, I'll talk to people along the way, or wherever we are. Or if he's the only one who left.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna gather everyone who's there and be like, guys, we have an issue. Well, I guess more specifically, I have an issue, but I also can't guarantee he won't kill you as a consequence, so we might all have an issue.
Interesting.
our man, my man, orange-haired man, not happy.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yttrium
Yeah,
was there
he
for
was
that, right?
somewhere.
Oh no, but he forgot
No,
his memory.
Cinder and Yttrium, no
I
memory.
can't remember any of this.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so like you know that time, like that blank part of your memory. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Yeah.
I mean, you guys keep mentioning it. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Well,
I don't remember not remembering.
Okay.
Funny enough, yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember.
One, and he's very angry at
So-
Saya because we haven't stolen the magic nuke yet.
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait, who all doesn't remember? Hannah.
I believe it was just Cinder and Yttrium, correct? Or does
Yeah,
Jack
that's
not
it.
remember?
I thought it was just Cinder and
Yeah, I
Yttrium
think
too.
so.
Yeah,
I think Jack passed his roles. All right, so I get to them together. I go, okay. We were in the Feywild. You guys struggled apparently when we came out of this whole shebang, and don't remember it. But there's this demi-Fey. I don't know exactly what he is. Named Lord Ortagan. It's kind of scary, dude. You know, but kind of chill sometimes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, but well, I had to make a deal with him to basically like save your lives, but you don't remember that, but just it happened, and yeah, but the deal was because after that point in time, we had planned on stealing the Iraq. That's no longer the plan. That was part of the deal, and so it's not going so hot. Like, man, I can barely like walk.
Oh boy.
Not happy about it, but like we need to either create some equal chaos or go back to stealing the Iraq
I mean,
within the next few
how
weeks.
against stealing it are you guys? Because I'm not like very.
I'm against giving it to
I'm
the
against-
silence.
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
against
same.
disabling the only town we've had good relationships with.
Yeah, but like you might be dead. We don't have to worry about relationships if we're all dead.
Counter offer. Cinder said yesterday that there was a dragon plaguing a kingdom to the north. We just make the dragon plague everything 1,000 times harder while lying about trying to kill it, and then we can just blame it on the dragon being way too strong.
Okay, I would like to make a point out. There is the way Zerel, which is the continent you guys are on, is set up. There is no kingdom to the north. The kingdom they were talking about, the kingdom of Ciaris, is actually to the east, like the direct east of here.
Over the mountains.
Oh yeah, over the Athadel range. There is above the American Empire, which is most of western Zerel, is a peninsula, kind of like imagine like the peninsula that like Norway and Finland and Sweden are on, except like turned sideways. And so it's above the kingdom. So you have like over here's the American Empire. Right here is the what's it called? I can't even think of
The
it.
Kingdom of Sea.
The Kingdom of Ciaris. There is the Biting Sea, and the Biting Sea separates the peninsula, which is called. I wrote a name for it.
Do you have any maps that like properly display this?
I am starting to make a map of the north part of it. I actually started that today. That was one of my jobs. The Gaidarian Peninsula.
And that's where said dragon is?
Yeah, so a elven like village city's pushing it. Elven village of this kingdom of Ciaris on the peninsula. It's like one of the only cities on this peninsula.
And they're being attacked
and-
by a dragon.
And it's just like it hasn't been attacked recently, but it's like been plagued throughout history. It's been plagued by this dragon. The northern parts of Zerel are pretty much tundra. Like the Gaidarian Peninsula is pretty much like Arctic. It's like mountains in some areas, and then in other areas, it's just a complete like tundra. It's like a snow desert. It's hot,
Yeah, basically.
but
Oh,
it's hot. Yeah. That there's a dragon named Zeth Rindor who attacks shit there. That's all you know. You don't know where
Supposedly
exactly.
They have an object called the Spell Crown that Cinder
Yeah.
needed to get for the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all you got.
Yep, well, I mean, I don't know how we're going to work with the dragon, really, but chaos is the keyword of the month.
I also may have a proposition for you guys too that I've been needing to ask you. So, in the past, I guess I might as well just tell you guys. I trust you guys now. Just no issue with you guys knowing. In the past, I was actually working with the Drows in the Underdark, doing some pretty bad things that I'm very ashamed of that I had done. But they have 3 of my other Warforged friends down there still enslaved. They don't know any better, but they're enslaved. But they're not like the other constructs in my village. They're actually like me with a whole conscience and everything. And I've been needing to find a group to help me rescue them at some point.
Wait, where are they? Sorry, I was writing this down.
In the Underdark.
Oh, fun.
Great,
So-
we got to go to the Underdark now.
At some point, it doesn't have to be anytime soon. They've been in there for a long time. A few more
Well,
months
now?
can make a difference. It isn't that isn't potential option. We can cause some chaos with.
We need
all
to
the Drows
complete
under- yeah.
chaos in the next.
Or
We need to
I can
complete
just say
chaos
that-
by the festival.
Wait,
That's roughly
what-
our time frame.
What does the silence have on you guys? Why does this deadline? Like, why is this such a hard deadline?
No, this isn't the silence. This is Mr. Orange Man himself. I know you don't remember
I'm
him.
so confused.
I take
but-
off my glove and I show him my palm and I go, "You see this bad boy? That's
Pretty
You have
cool.
an eye?
Alright, right.
It's
No, I've-
I know this is gonna be difficult because,
just trust
like,
me.
you
You're
said you
my
can't,
life.
like,
Remember,
real simple. You just pretend to be a new god. You just stand up and you get a cult. And then they all commit suicide. And that's enough chaos for everyone.
I don't know if that's chaos.
That is like crazy.
That's not really chaos. It's just
No, I'm not
murder-
a fan
a
of
lot
that
of-
idea.
Imagine how many lives would be mildly disrupted.
no. He wants like politician upheaval.
So we gotta kill some people.
I mean, I'm tempted. Here's my plan. If he ever fixes my abilities, thanks, dude. My plan was if I can ever forge this gosh darn steel, find a place where, like, I don't know, assassinations take place, and, like, you know, assassination guilds, one might call them. Basically, create a note written by, like, the Archmage, you know, getting him to kill some other, like, high-ranking official, maybe, and, you know.
We just destroy one
And
of the
then we
cities
leak it
over.
that he tried to kill someone, and then chaos.
Or we just kill the politicians ourselves. Also,
Also
an idea.
possible.
Alright, wait, what
I-
if we find this assassin, we string them alive, and we leave his random body parts lying all over the city? Hijinks.
I feel for
No,
that to be
thank
like,
You're kind of
better-
grotesque, bud.
That feels more like.
I feel like for that to be really effective, you
Yeah.
have to use multiple people instead of just one,
Yeah,
just
but
to
like,
give more of an impact.
I know what you mean, but like, I'm thinking like political, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
political-
yeah.
Some political, like, wow, this man's psycho. He's trying to kill his like political counterparts.
Eh,
But like,
can
like I
work.
said, it might work. It's an idea. But if he ever fixes my abilities, maybe we can get onto it. But that's not happened today.
Yeah, let's get this boot
Yeah. Are we at
thing.
the tavern yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
you guys can be at the tavern if you want. Yeah.
What do I have for mass murder?
You guys all meet up. It's 10 o'clock at the tavern. And yeah, you guys are just waiting. Is there anything you guys want to discuss as the 8 of you? Or no?
I relay this information to Gwen, who I don't believe was there in this, and I go, I know this doesn't necessarily pertain to you, but I also can't control his actions, and you're now associated with us for better or worse, and I apologize for that.
Look, I still don't understand all this magic stuff yet. So
Yeah, neither do I. So you can join the club.
So
It's
wait,
not
are
that
you
hard.
able to do like your poof thing still?
What poof
thing?
What poof thing?
Like your like
The magic poof? I mean, I don't think I ever used magic in front of you, but I
Oh, I
don't know.
thought they
That-
did.
They might have.
Sleep. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was not me. And I say that truthfully.
I mean, like I kind of could figure that you were magic if you were with a magical crowd.
Sure. I don't answer the magic question quite yet. but I say, well, that's not my issue currently. I can't. He's taken my abilities away. More of the dexterous and talking sorts.
I mean, some choices have our consequences.
Yeah, these consequences are going to be great for the team.
Remind me, I'll stand very far away from you.
Yeah, don't know if that makes a difference, but okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You guys wait for news to arrive. 11 o'clock comes. 12 o'clock comes. 1 o'clock comes.
To go, bro.
Is there anything you do
Right?
in this time?
Do you guys just eat? Do you guys just sit there?
I can
Alright,
say
if it's
something.
taking this long, I'm gonna go out and buy furniture for my house.
I was saying something.
What were you gonna
I
say?
sit in a corner booth.
I was gonna say, like, who are you people?
It's an interesting question.
That's a good.
And while she asks that, I sit in a corner booth, darkest as can be.
Lucky you were all sitting
oh.
together before.
I will move to wherever that ability is.
Girl, I took the corner booth.
Sure, then you can have it. But then, like, I'm just gonna.
Be on top. Stay on top of her.
Remember, you do have the Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to use that right now.
Okay.
But like, I don't know if any of those did it. But that's what I'm doing. Taking that seal and trying to create more of them.
What do you think? For recreating the seal? Maybe the 21?
Yeah, it takes you a long time and a lot of paper. And just a lot. It's a lot of waste.
That's fine.
But I mean, spending 3 hours to do that, I guess, is...
Yeah, you could totally spend
a
3
little
hours to
unreasonable.
try.
1 and 3 in 3 hours I'll take.
Yeah.
That means I have 1 fake successful forged seal.
Yes.
You think it's the one that looks the best.
I turn to Jack, who's my fellow thief, and I go, "Does this look pretty good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good enough for me." And I slowly and very carefully. Well, actually, does anyone have detect magic?
I do.
I hand the letter to him, and I go, "Can you make sure this doesn't have like any weird like, if it opens, it can be known that it was open, like magical ties or anything?" I figure that has to be done through magic. Can you just see if there's any like enchantments on this paper?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
Do I have to make a roll or?
No, because
Just detect magic
magic's
on-
just normal spell. Like, I presume you're just casting it as a ritual.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Okay, there's probably some glints of magic on it, but most things that have come in contact with people with a lot of magical power has some glints, and you can't detect any spells directly on the paper or the seal.
All right,
It's a dud.
thank you.
There's a ton of magic around you, though, but...
Let's learn how to eat magic then. Consume the air.
Consume the air. Okay. Anything that you're doing, Faya, then?
No, I don't think I'm gonna open it at this time.
Okay.
So I am tempted. This could really go wrong. Actually, I don't need a hat that bad currently because I'll be dead. So I open
You
it.
open it? Okay. Okay, so you, like, it's very short. It was only a very small piece of paper that he sealed up. And it's a letter to Trim. From the guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what it would say.
I don't actually really care what's in there if it's not overly pertinent. I only wanted to get his handwriting.
Oh no. Okay.
He's writing a
Yeah.
letter. And Faya intercepted it. His sick mother is never getting her letter back.
No, this is for
The hat
a referral to a hat maker.
Yeah.
Hey, after we get that hat, do we still need the hat maker?
Is it a success? It's not a success, so I stopped. I've had enough for
Says
today.
Something along the lines of probably like Trim. I know we've had our differences in the past, but if you could make these people a hat, that would be great.
How do you get in a feud with a hat maker when you're the
Interesting.
Archmage?
This is,
I guess it would
this is
probably, like,
actually more
the
interesting.
world. Yeah,
Bard,
Hey,
man.
you don't
We're
know.
not
Words are a little different,
Maybe-
but you
A
don't know.
poison
You don't know
hat.
them.
Yeah,
You don't know them. They could have been lovers. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
have
so
you
confused.
seen-
I'm creating. This is gonna be my chaos to create. I'm just gonna create the worst rift between the hat maker. And the
Wait, oh my god,
Making a
wait.
scandal.
Oh my god.
I'm
Anna,
airing their dirty laundry.
what, Zalek?
new title name. What's it called? Star-Crossed Lovers. The Archmage and the Hat Maker.
that's fucking
You should
amazing.
rename the
This is
Discord
interesting to me.
server.
Okay,
Star-crossed.
yeah, I'm done for the day on that part. So
Okay,
yeah, you
cool.
can continue.
Is anyone answering my question?
What was that? What was your question? Oh yeah, who are you?
Who
Is-
are you people?
And I said that's an interesting question, and I left it
And
there.
walks away.
We're
I'm a historian.
travelers.
The adventurers. I don't really. How do you answer that question?
I'm a historian. I don't know what the rest of these are.
Alright, guys, I got this. I'm gonna put a sign up at my house that says front runners, and then just gonna say services underneath it.
And just
What?
yeah, underline the services. Like really emphasize. Like we'll really do anything.
We could be
Uh,
fixers.
Not anything.
No, okay.
We should be fixers.
Minus that.
I have a very thin moral compass that's still there. There are some war crimes I will not commit, but I have committed most of them.
Okay.
I've also been probably committed. So
If you guys are done answering, I'm just gonna keep going with my question. Like, I believe that the Dawnfather I think it's the Dawnfather has put us all on this earth for one purpose.
I roll my
And-
eyes.
Well,
You're-
fuck you then.
No, keep going. I don't say anything.
No, I know. I'm just. I saw it.
The god of your monastery was the Raven Queen, but the
Yeah.
Dawnfather is known as kind of like there's no true leader of the prime deities.
But if you
Though,
had to
if-
pick one,
is
it would
he
probably
the
be
Zeus?
Dawnfather.
Is he like
would probably-
Zeus?
No,
In
the
terms of like
Dawnfather, not in terms of attitude at all. The Dawnfather is
no,
like,
like rankings, like
There's
like
not really
like, they're all
rankings, all of them are
powerful,
pretty
but, like-
equal.
Oh, so Ra?
that's Papa God.
Ra then?
Papa
Raw
God.
is probably the closer one, just in terms of like what they rule over. The Dawnfather is the god of like the sun and agriculture, so they're technically like probably the most popular god because like everybody who like eats worships him.
Everybody who eats.
I don't know.
Pretty
Can
much.
You eat people? That should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say the Raven Queen because like the whole, like it's more deathy than lifey.
Yeah, well, yeah. So
Yeah.
like the Dawnfather is much more life.
Yes.
The Raven Queen is much more associated with like, oh, your dad died. I'm sorry. Like your brother died. Sorry about that,
Yeah,
bro.
Raven Queen's also like
Yeah.
a little bit of the cycles, natural cycles, the cycle of life and death, which
Yeah.
can kind
Yeah.
of do a bit of that, but
So
Yeah,
back to my thought. I'm saying that the Dawnfather all has put us on this earth for some purpose.
Nah.
What are your guys' purposes? Why are you guys on this continent, on this planet, in this universe?
okay.
I'm
Alright,
recording
then this
history.
is a crackpot theory, but I've been working on it for years. I think there are some things beyond the gods that we commonly believe in. And every now and then,
No, it
they get together in the room and they pick up a bunch of dye and they throw them out, and we are the creation of that.
That
I'm more
honestly
of
makes
that.
the
I'm-
most.
I'm-
Symbolic.
I kind of
believe in
support
whatever the
that.
fuck you just said.
Yeah, that I agree. Out of all the religious things I've ever heard in my lifetime, that sounds like it makes the most sense.
Yeah, screw the front runners. Just make a
Moon.
church.
Moon. That just sounds like the Changebringer to you.
It really does.
It really is just the Changebringer.
yeah, honestly.
Aren't we
though.
all just the change bringer a little bit?
No, we all have bad luck.
That's true.
Alright, Alright, guys. It's clear that this boot plan isn't working. I walk outside.
Wait,
I
wait.
hold up my
Did you
remaining
go to that?
250 coins.
Did you guys go to the cobbler though?
We're supposed to receive notice here. That's why we're waiting here.
I was about to say earlier.
That's kind of what I figured she was gonna do, so I'm staying right here.
Poor Hannah.
It's been like
Can't
3
come
I go
hours you've been
outside and
sitting here, so I
attempt to
figured
get
someone
mugged
else
by
would
the
know.
same silence member.
I just
Carries a sign that says, "Please mug me, thank you."
Please.
please just take my money.
Give
yeah,
us
pretty
the information, Hannah.
Okay.
right around like 1:30. Fuck, get what? Somebody comes in the door, and hands a note to the halfling proprietor, Merla. Merla comes up to you guys and says, yo, it says your boot's ready. I don't know what they mean by that, but your boot's ready. Penelope wants to see you.
Awesome, thanks.
One single boot.
Alright, as we're leaving, I say, aren't all of our boots ready right now? And then we just leave.
What does that even mean?
Alright, you head off toward Penelope's shop. And you get there, and you walk inside, and many of you who haven't met Penelope before, Penelope looks like something. I forget what Penelope looks like, not gonna lie.
A duel.
She's a dwarf, I thought, right? Or
I was a
gnome?
gnome. I think it was a
gnome?
gnome.
She was small. No, I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think you're
She's
right.
like super old though.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think you're right. She was a gnome, though. Because I thought I was like, wow, Dan has a friend.
I can't transform into. I can transform into a gnome, but it's just a really big gnome.
Yeah, yeah, we'll just imagine her as a gnome. Yeah, she's like a gnome. She's like two little, what is it? Her hair is like two little buns.
She's Princess Leia.
She's Princess Leia. And
Yeah, but
she
not bad.
has a, mold
The
of
distances
a
aren't accurate,
boot.
I know. I'm just doing it because why not?
And she has a mold in front of her. She says, well, I made this mold for you. I will tell you right now, this boot is a standard issue congregate soldier boot. All infantry and normal congregate soldiers have boots of this make.
Let's.
We should talk with the Imperium.
I think we need to go talk to our friend, the Archmage,
Hey,
again.
guys, I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. I mean, it could be someone pretending to be a soldier. It could be someone who murdered a soldier and stole their
Yes,
shoes. It
well-
could be someone who was a
Or could
soldier
just,
and
like,
became
be a
one. It could be someone who inherited it.
Yes,
someone
but-
who found it.
We have
More
two major
information.
issues right now. The man has a purple bracelet giving him the highest access into the city, and is currently possibly dressed as a congregate soldier.
Wait, you said he has purple?
Yes,
Well, he's probably a congregate soldier then.
that's what I'm thinking.
If he has this boot, all congregate soldiers have that level access in the city. It's so that way they can be able to go places if they need to be called
They
upon
proceed.
because of heinous, like, emergencies, heinous actions of individuals. That's why
Where-
they have such high clearance.
Where's the congregate barracks headquarters? You know?
You've been there before.
Oh, that's where we started off, right?
Yeah, it's this one.
No, it's not.
Okay, I turned. Yeah, I think we do it.
Yeah.
That's where we got the bands and stuff.
Yeah,
originally.
you guys. That's how you guys got access to the beacon.
I turned to
Oh,
Gwen
right,
and I
they
go,
went there to get access to the beacon. You guys got the bands at what's his name's house? Vergenson's house.
sure, yep. I turned to Gwen. I turned to Gwen
Yes.
and sure, I'm not going to disagree with you. I go, if you saw this man again, do you think you'd recognize him?
I hope so.
I go, I have a plan, and I think it involves us going back to the congregate. And maybe we divide, half of us go to the congregate, or at least one or two other people go to the archmage and let him know more about the developments.
So what's your plan?
Well, I think we need to inform him that this man's most likely hidden in disguise as a congregate soldier. That's some pertinent information. Or we honestly let them kill him, because that seems to be like maybe a possibility in like chaos, you know?
Maybe you should ask to kill him.
Yeah, let's just walk in there,
So you get your
take him
back.
to the Archmage, and then they can torture him.
Stab. But I think I'm tempted. That was my plan. And if I was a bunch of shady assassins, you know where I'd hang out? In the shady part of town.
Yeah, let's just walk into the congregate place and see if anyone's there that matches the description first.
That's the easy option, which I also recommend. We do first.
And let's leave it off there for night. It's about 10:47.
So
you guys have
I was
just
about to say that I have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, I should also go soon.
perfect timing.
Alright. It's been
Wow,
good,
whole
y'all.
chase sequence, and like we had to chase this guy who's like running away.
I mean,
We're not really running it anymore. It's been 24 hours, I think.
No, but like, what happens if we find him in like the barracks, and like it's like this whole like speedy cop chase sequence?
Did you get a good look at him? Like, actually? Like,
I don't know. I don't think I did because I drew a picture of Jack.
were
Remember?
You
tracing
can't draw
for
him.
a while.
But
You just
recognizing
followed
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You followed him for a little bit before confronting him. Like, you followed him for a few minutes. You
So,
could
like-
probably recognize him.
Okay.
ballistics matchup between, like, I'm sure there's a scar in the knife.
Because what I'm thinking is, what if we get him to call all congregate soldiers back to their
I'm
barracks?
gonna head out. Adios.
See ya.
See ya.
We get to
Yeah,
like,
you too.
we talk to the barracks manager
Yeah.
or someone. And we're like, we need to get all people here now, or at least as many as you can, and we need to look and see if any of them are someone you recognize.
How would you know that he wouldn't just outwardly just attack me or like start running away?
Well, he's
Well, he
one
can
man
attack.
versus 8.
What?
Who knows?
He's one man versus 8, and he
But he
can't.
like portaled, remember?
Yeah, but that'll give us more clues.
Okay.
Well, also, what
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if he even got word that we were checking people out, he would be gone.
Yep.
Like, in the
So
instant.
maybe we just do a stealthy look around the barracks. That's stealthy, but we walk towards the barracks. We don't ask for anything, and we just see if you see anyone.
You should probably
Yeah.
disguise me then, because I can't disguise myself.
I can't disguise you with magic, but I can disguise you with a disguise kit.
Imagine not being able to disguise yourself.
Yeah, it must be sad.
I mean, I was considering.
Why don't we
getting
just
that
make
spell, but
Henry's
then, like,
character look exactly like Gwen, and we just put two of them together and freak the guy out?
I can work.
Anyway.
So that's my
XP
twin
time.
then. Oh.
We got, like, nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys got 50 times 8. You get your experience points equal to your level times 50 at the end of the session, so you get 400 base. You guys didn't really do any encounters. You know, you did roleplay encounters. Did anybody complete a short-term goal?
Yes,
Oh.
I got a gun blueprint.
Got a gun blueprint. That was a short-term goal. Of yours, yes. You've been wanting that for a while. Okay, did anybody attune to a new magic item?
No?
Unfortunately.
So what is that, 400 plus what? For the... What?
100 times 8, so 800.
Jesus.
Did anybody invoke their bond, ideal, or flaw to make a meaningful impact during gameplay?
You guys weren't there.
I don't know if mine is meaningful. Well, actually, it might result in our deaths, so it might be meaningful. Because he didn't seem happy. And Sir kind of inadvertently seemed to threaten, like, I saved your lives, I could easily take them.
That might be a character developed a new or existing relationship in a meaningful way.
We started out, like, at a...
playing into a Godslayer one. We're coming for him.
If we
You know-
kill him first, he can't kill us.
We're not
I
going to be able to kill him at all.
No, we're so not going to.
I mean, you could. If you
Alright.
wanted to.
So we're at 1,200.
Yeah, plus 25 times 8 for you developed an existing relationship. And new relationships between NPCs and PCs, so that all counts as for an extra 200. A character discovered a piece of interesting, useful, and/or secret lore about the world or an NPC.
Not this time. I think we all got that last time.
Read the world's most interesting version of the history
You
of cats.
guys learned about Zarenthor.
That's
The
right.
dragon.
Zarenthor?
Oh
Did I
yeah.
Oh yeah.
pronounce that right? The
Zetho.
dragon.
Wait, I wrote it. Zethoronda.
Zeth Rindor. Zeth.
Okay.
I'll
that's
put it in. I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
You guys should really like look him up sometime. There's some cool shit about him.
I don't wanna.
Metagame.
I say look him up. I mean look him up in game. Not out of game. You won't find anything about him out of game. Actually you would, but like it wouldn't be useful for you.
Okay.
Imagine your name starting with a Z.
Hey.
Imagine you have a Z in your name, period.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it sucks.
Hey.
Especially your last name.
What's your
Uh,
last?
Zabby.
Savvy?
I call him Zabby the Dino.
I mean,
Connor,
Savvy.
There could be. You could have a worse last name.
Yeah.
yeah, it could be Haika.
No. It could be mine. Just start do the
Baguette.
rhyming. No.
Oh,
Do the
Baguette.
rhyming name, and then you'll eventually reach a
yeah.
derogatory term.
Oh, I got it right off the bat. Don't even.
Yeah.
try. But I prefer just thinking like your last name just means bread. Like,
French bread. Yes.
yep.
Yeah, I had a friend in high school whose last name was Burger. We got along well.
Nice.
But it was like Berger. Oh, sorry, Hannah. Continue.
A character used a skill or spell to solve a problem in an interesting or meaningful way.
No, I only failed.
The
Nah.
party didn't take a perilous journey. A character failed a significant role that resulted in wasted resources.
I wasted the resources of my forgery kit with a
No.
nat one.
No.
I
No.
disagree with your no.
I
That's
don't agree
wax.
with
I will eventually have to buy more.
A character took actions that made a major impact in the world or local area for better or worse. I don't think any of you guys took action.
No, I'd have to agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 1,600 experience points for everybody.
That's
That number's too
36,275 in total
Okay.
now.
What's the math? What's the number?
36,225 is the new total.
I thought it was 275.
275. I lied. You're right. 275.
Gotcha.
Alex,
I
you got the XP done?
Yeah, I'm
That number's-
I'm making sure that the numbers are all in them.
This was an uneventful one.
That number's too big. Can we double it?
Nope.
Oh, I also actually finalized the note and stuff if you would like it.
The journal?
No, the note.
Is that what the note is?
The tiny note.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can send it, because if it's going to send some saucy information.
I mean, it could be.
Okay.
Something.
Okay, Alex, I think we're ready to end the
Oh, yeah,
stream.
sorry.
Thanks,
Let's do that.
future yourselves, for watching this far.
Thanks for anyone who
Pretty
actually
cool of you.
did. I don't really know if anyone.
I doubt anybody
Maybe
did.
Daniel? Maybe
Maybe.
Maybe future Daniel, if you see this, Sylvius was missed, and sorry you couldn't do the research.
And this was
Yeah,
possibly a
we
waste
might
of
do
your
a little
time for
mini
watching
thing
this.
with you doing
This was definitely a waste of his time if he gets to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't have watched it, but
You have to get to this point, otherwise we won't do a little thing with you, okay?
Yeah.
No, we should
Daniel-
ask him about this.
yeah.
You should say a secret code word. Dan, if you see this, say tomato to us the first time you enter a call.
No, just randomly sometime, if you see this, as soon as you see it, type tomato
In the chat. Yeah.
Discord
Oh.
chat.
Guys, no, Dan, make her sponsor tomatoes for that week.
Oh,
we
tomatoes!
forgot
The
the
sponsors tomatoes
sponsor.
for next week. That's it. We didn't have a sponsor
didn't have
this
a
week.
sponsor.
No
Right.
Doritos,
Yeah.
guys.
I have some
No.
weird vegetable.
All right, Ryan, I didn't read your chat until now. Daniel has those berries still, doesn't he? I'm talking about your lacing the drink comment. I think he
He
has some
does
berries.
have the berries.
Who needs
Okay.
berries?
I have,
Right,
to
no,
look, I have to look up the berries.
Actually, what you should do with your
I'm gonna
forgery
stop
kit is
the
write a
stream.
letter to like one of the leaders of the Silence Occupied
Bye,
City
Dan.
asking them.
Bye.